Chapter 26. The orcs have begun to march towards the capital, said Dora. Okay, I understand. Tina, how long will it take for Jerkniv to arrive? It's almost there, Fruta is bringing him here quickly. Can we get there before the orcs arrive? No problem, sir. Why did you ask the Blood Emperor to come? Let him watch a show, otherwise he won't be quiet. Your Excellency suspects him of betrayal. It's not doubt, but certainty. I called him here this time to make him realize the gap in strength, which cannot be made up by joining forces with a few countries. Sir, how do you plan to deal with the orcs? Evil Eye asked. You will know when the time comes, but be prepared. Master Jerkniv has arrived. Great, just the right time. Tell him to wait for me on the city wall. Dora, let's go out and meet the orcs. Good. When it really came to this moment, Dora was still a little uneasy and could only pray that Nangong Long could resolve the problem smoothly. Old man, can you tell me now why the Sorcerer King called me here in such a hurry? Jerkniv asked anxiously. Could it be that he noticed my trick? This shouldn't be the case. We haven't even met yet, so how could the news leak out? Could someone have betrayed me? Although he knew that Fruta had betrayed him, Jerkniv did not show any dissatisfaction. Instead, he pretended to be the same as before. This is the cunningness of the Blood Emperor. As for Fruta, he didn't care about these at all, there was only magic in his heart. My lord didn't say anything, he just asked me to hurry and bring you here. What on earth is the Sorcerer King planning? There is a war going on here. If things go wrong, the kingdom will be destroyed. Could it be that the Sorcerer King is plotting against the Dragon Kingdom and asked me to come here to show his strength and intimidate me? If so, then everything makes sense. But I didn't see the Death Knight here, nor did I see the guards on both sides of the throne. It seemed that they didn't come or were staying where I couldn't see them. Old man, why don't we go to another place? Jerkniv said as he looked at the orcs heading towards the city wall in the distance. He felt that if he continued standing here, he might die before he saw Nangong Long. Jike, long time no see, Nangong Long, dressed as a warrior, greeted. This is, the Dark Hero. The Sorcerer King and he are the same person. This is terrible, Jerkniv realized in an instant. After calming himself down, Jerkniv said, meet the adults. Who is this? Jerkniv asked, looking at the beautiful woman next to Nangong Long. At the same time, he couldn't help but sigh that the Sorcerer King was always accompanied by beautiful women wherever he went. He already knew that Blue Rose was loyal to the Sorcerer King, so he didn't ask them. She is Dora, the Dragon Queen. Hello, I'm Jerkniv, the Blood Emperor said, suppressing his surprise. In his impression, the Dragon Queen has always appeared as a little girl, and this is the first time he has seen her as a mature lady. Dora nodded in response. I hope you can succeed, sir, said Dora. You know, there were many people who opposed this, but after Nangong Long defeated the country's only team of elite steel-level adventurers, these voices disappeared. There is no possibility of failure as expected, the Dragon Kingdom has surrendered, and the situation is getting worse. Is it wrong for me to decide to resist him? Jerkniv asked himself. Roar, 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 come on, delicious food is right in front of you. He rushed straight towards me. How confident he is. Adult. The sight before her made Dora swallow what she was about to say. With Nangong Long as the center, a magic square array with a diameter of 10 meters was unfolded, and the runes on it spread at an astonishing speed without any repetition. Is this the pinnacle of magic? It's so beautiful. Fruta was so excited that he couldn't control himself. What a terrifying magical fluctuation, what kind of magic is this? What level of magic is this? Lakis asked in shock. Nangong Long did not answer, but took out the Krypton gold props and crushed them. The sand that spilled from the hourglass merged into the magic array in the opposite direction, and the next moment the superposition magic was activated. A tribute to the Black Goat Mother Goddess, the black breath blew towards the orc army that was rushing towards the city wall, or to be more precise, the army that was standing still. As early as when Nangong Long just cast the magic, the orc leader felt something was wrong and ordered them to stop. However, due to the nature of the orcs, he did not order a retreat, but waited to see whether the other side was really powerful or just bluffing. Even with powerful magic, it was impossible to kill all the orcs at once. If it is true, it is too late to retreat now, and a hasty retreat will only cause more casualties. The truth is often unexpected. The orcs fell down in large numbers like wheat being cut, motionless, as if they were dead. In fact, they were really dead, but out of the instinct of self-preservation, the surviving orcs refused to accept this fact. Jerkniv was already shaking uncontrollably, unable to suppress the fear in his heart. Fruta burst into tears. He said, I never thought I would be able to see such magic in my lifetime. All my previous life has been lived in vain. The others were stunned. They knew that the magic that Nangong Long wanted to test must be extraordinary, but they didn't expect it to be so powerful that it could wipe out most of the enemy's combat power in an instant, and they killed them all. Nangong Long stretched out his hand and placed it on Logi's head. It felt really good. This is super-level magic. It's quite powerful, isn't it? Nangong Long's words pulled everyone back from their shock, fear, and admiration. This power is too exaggerated. Hey, this is just the beginning start. Is it not over yet? A vortex of death appeared in the sky. The ominous black sphere slowly condensed and continued to expand. The orcs below had already fled in fear and had no courage to fight anymore. Run! Demon! Monster, don't run! If you want to survive, reorganize your formation and meet the enemy. The orc general roared loudly to dispel the fear in his heart. He also wanted to run, but he knew that the other side would not give them this opportunity. The only way to survive was to fight to the end. The black ball in the sky suddenly fell down, exploded, and covered the ground. The earth seemed to have life and began to wriggle, with 1, 2, black tentacles extending out one after another. Meh! What is that? Tina widened her eyes. I offer tribute, so I will get a gift in return. Now comes the real show, the Black Goat's Kid. Sacrificing 90,000 orcs, and getting 7 in return? That should be the limit. No, if the sacrifice is of higher quality, it might be better. For example, this time it is humans, the same number may not be able to summon 7. A huge monster emerged from the wriggling ground. It was pitch black and looked like a goat, but it had 5 huge legs and several tentacles and hands behind it. Even though they were far away, people on the city wall could still feel the tremendous sense of oppression and the undisguised malice. Seeing this scene, Jerkniv had only one thought left in his mind: screw the plan, rebellion is seeking death. Screams and wails filled the entire battlefield. No matter how they resisted or how they fled, they could not escape the trampling of the monsters. Today's update. Chapter 27. Inside the palace, I will immediately declare that the Dragon Kingdom will be affiliated with the Magic Kingdom, and I will submit the official documents later, Dora said, forcing herself to calm down. Even though she was classified as a Dragon King by the Theocracy, she had never seen such terrifying magic. If he sacrificed the entire Dragon Kingdom, would he be able to achieve such power? But even if that were the case, the loss would outweigh the gain, as he would injure 800 enemies and lose 10,000 of his own. Well, I'll send someone to discuss this with you after this matter is over. The orcs won't come back anytime soon. Govern the country well. It's shameful for a king to be so poor. Yes, Dora replied embarrassedly. As for you, Zeke, I hate betrayal, and I don't want to have the chance to unleash this magic in the imperial capital. How could that be? I am absolutely loyal to you, my lord, Jerkniv said in a cold sweat. I'll take it as it is. Did you really understand? Fortunately, I didn't take it too deep. This time it was just a warning. If it happens again, I'm afraid it will be really over. In any case, I've moved on from this time. Alas, the Sorcerer King is no match for me, whether in terms of strength or wisdom. How could he know that Nangong Long already knew everything? Fruta, send Zeke back. My lord, I know what you want to say. As long as your performance satisfies me, I will naturally reward you, Nangong Long said, waving his hand. Yes, yes. I'll do it right away. With Nangong Long's help, Fruta felt relieved. As long as he worked hard, he would have the opportunity to learn higher level magic. What could be more exciting than this? Sir, what should we do next? Asked Logis. Stay here for a few days. Haven't you guys taken a good look around the royal city yet? Very good, okay, I'll be your guide myself, Dora said with a smile. Don't you have to manage the country? There is a lot of work to do in post-war recovery, said Linus. Just leave the work to the Prime Minister. Thanks to you, I don't have to pretend to be a child and write those annoying letters. Dora looked at Nangong Long gratefully. Is it really okay for you to do this? Although I am not qualified to say so, Nangong Long complained. Empire Jerkniv hurried back without even taking a rest. He ran straight to the meeting hall, summoned all the ministers, and gave a direct order, immediately stop all plans against the Sorcerer King. As soon as he arrived in the Empire, Fluda returned to his own residence, so Jerkniv didn't need to be shy about anything. Your Majesty, why? The church is planning to send someone over to discuss the details. Reject it immediately. We cannot defeat the Sorcerer King. My lord, what happened? Why did you change so much? Alas, the Sorcerer King already knows about this. He called me over this time to warn me. I really don't want to see that scene a second time. Jerkniv then recounted in detail what had happened to him in the Dragon Kingdom. The ministers were already so frightened that they were speechless, and it took them a long time to come back to their senses. Your Majesty, is this all true? Of course he knew that the Emperor would not joke about such things, but his long-standing common sense was broken and he said it subconsciously. Hey, the actual situation is much more terrifying than I said. Is this really something a human can do? A minister stammered. He is not a human, but the undead king who stands at the pinnacle of magic, Jerkniv said with emotion. The Empire will not participate in any future plans against the Sorceress Kingdom. We will inform the Sorcerer King as appropriate. Your Majesty, isn't it a bit? Bajud looked at the Emperor cautiously. Even if we don't tell him, the Sorcerer King will know. Why not do him a favor? I don't think this is possible. Then who do you think betrayed us this time? Jerkniv asked. There shouldn't be anyone who betrays me, right? Everyone present here is your Majesty's confidant. That's right, we have been through life and death with His Majesty, so there is no possibility of betrayal. I think so too, Jerkniv interrupted the discussion of the ministers. As for whether there was anyone who betrayed him, Jerkniv was not sure, but he no longer planned to pursue the matter. It would be good if he could find out, but if he couldn't, it would hurt the ministers' feelings, which would not be worth it. Moreover, now that he had decided to surrender to the Sorcerer King, the existence of a traitor was no longer important. If there really was one, he could use it to convey his loyalty to the Sorcerer King, so why not do it? Hearing this, the ministers breathed a sigh of relief. Being targeted by His Majesty was not a pleasant thing. Your Majesty is wise. I am grateful for the Sorcerer King's generosity this time. Otherwise, I would not be sitting here now. Even the Empire might have been wiped out. Let's work hard from now on, Jerkniv said with a sigh. Actually, if you think about it carefully, there's nothing wrong with doing this. After all, the Sorcerer King rarely interferes in the internal affairs of the Empire, and we have a powerful backer. Rather than speaking to his ministers, it would be more accurate to say that he was speaking to himself. He was originally the most powerful person, but now there is one more person above him. He is not as free and easy as he says. 1 month later, the theocracy is really quiet. They clearly didn't stop them from investigating last time, so why didn't they send troops here? Did they think they couldn't win and simply gave up? That's not right. Judging from the theocracy's style of doing things, I should be their number one enemy. Could it be that they are preparing some killer moves? Unfortunately, it will be useless. I don't believe that anyone can be better than me, the Krypton Gold King. If they don't come, I can't just sit there doing nothing. I should find something to do. Not long after the last incident, word spread that the Sorcerer King and the Dark Hero were the same person. Of course, this was not done by Jerkniv. He thought he could not guess Nangong Long's thoughts, so he naturally did not make it public. The information came from the adventurers in Khan Village. It turned out that the villagers of Khan Village were talking and were accidentally overheard by the adventurers passing by. For this matter, Li ran to Nangong Long to apologize, crying and asking if she had ruined the adults' business. Nangong Long explained for a long time, and it was so painful that he finally made Li believe that it didn't matter whether she was exposed or not. Even Albedo came over and asked whether they should kill all the people who knew about it. Nangong Long explained again, but this time it was much simpler, because no matter what Nangong Long said, Albedo thought it was right. This made Nangong Long feel that it was great that he had the audacity to change Albedo's settings. The operation of the Magic Kingdom has also been put on the right track, and people have begun to gradually accept the undead. The existence of Khan Village has accelerated this process. With the existence of examples, the people are not so resistant to accepting it. All in all, everything is moving in a positive direction. Chapter 28. In the room, the 12 people at the top of the theocracy are diligently cleaning the room. None of them uses magic to clean it. This is a holy place in their hearts, and only by cleaning it themselves can they show their devout faith. Thank God for bringing light to mankind. The head priest finished praying, and the others said in unison, "Thanks be to God." After they used magic to clean themselves up, they sat down at the table. The meeting starts now. This meeting will focus on how to treat the Sorcerer King. Perhaps we should send out troops to carry out a war of annihilation. Don't talk nonsense. The opponent is a magic caster who can command the Death Knight. You're right. A rash attack will only increase the losses. This is the report of the Black Scripture Astrology 1000 miles monitoring the Sorceress Kingdom. Didn't the other party interfere with the surveillance? Let's talk after reading the report. The people present looked uglier and uglier, until they were completely stiff in the end. It's a lie. How could this happen? Everyone looked towards the head priest, hoping to hear the answer they wanted. But reality is often cruel. If you believe in astrology, then this is true. It's too exaggerated to say the least. At least 800 Death Knights, at least 500 Soul Devourers, 30 Archmages of the Dead, unknown, and 3 suspected higher-level undead. Do you understand the question now? The other party doesn't care about being monitored by us. Well, just a hypothesis. Is it possible for the other party to make astrology 1000 miles see hallucinations? Impossible. Astrology is a section dedicated to knowledge. There is no possibility of being wrong. This force is overwhelming and hopeless. If it's a small country, one will lead to its destruction. There are over 1,000 of them now, and there seem to be even higher level ones. The national strength is too different, it's totally unbalanced. What will the Sorcerer King do with this amount of troops? It must be to attack the neighboring countries. Is it for defense? The key question now is whether the Black Scripture can withstand the attack of these troops. Of course it's impossible, said the chief priest Raymond, shaking his head, but then he changed the subject. But there's no problem with the God-man. Hearing this, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. If the highest combat power of the church was also not good enough, then it would really be a crisis of national destruction. Indeed, if it were those two people, there would be no problem. Amid the cheers of the crowd, a sigh was heard. What are you hiding? It is forbidden to conceal any information at the meeting. Although I know you will not do such a thing for personal gain, the rules are the rules. Thank you so much. If it were me alone, I don't know how long I could have held on, Raymond said with relief. This is the latest information, the details of the war between the Dragon Kingdom and the Orcs. After reading the report, everyone's faces were no longer stiff, but desperate. Is this true? This is no longer an exaggeration. That's the truth. That's why Astrology 1000 miles locked himself in the room and refused to come out. One spell killed more than half of the orcs, and then the summoned monster obtained from the sacrifice almost killed all the remaining orcs. Even if it's true, I really don't want to believe it. According to the intelligence we have, the orcs sent out about 170,000 troops this time, which means that the enemy destroyed the orcs with just one magic. I guess it was the 11th level magic, the magic of the gods. Sure enough, it can only be that, the coming of God 200 years. The other party can command so many undead beings. Could it be that the god of death has come again? It should be impossible. According to the tradition, the god of death has been killed by the 8 Desire Kings. It was the same with vampires and demons before. Regarding this, we have received clear information that the other party is in league with the Sorcerer King. This is terrible news. Even worse, the Dark Hero is the same person as the Sorcerer King, and there are probably several other vampires on the other side. That's all the information we have so far. It's terrible, completely at a disadvantage. Should we withdraw the troops attacking the forest elves? No, I must avenge that child no matter what. If it weren't for that rubbish, our national strength would have definitely risen to a higher level. Saying that now will have no effect. The most urgent task is to understand the Sorcerer King's attitude towards humans. Well, you can find out by finding out the current living conditions of the people of Irantal. Why bother asking? They must be living under a reign of terror. We have already obtained information on this matter, and it is completely different from what you think, Raymond said, shaking his head. Peace is being maintained there, and the people have basically accepted the existence of the undead. Death Knights patrol, Soul Devourers pull carriages. The Archmages of the Dead handle government affairs, and higher-level undead are in charge of the overall situation. This is the current situation in Irantal. What is that? Is it hell? How can humans live in peace with the undead? It is said that the people of Yarantal were less resistant to resistance after seeing what happened in Khan village. Khan village, looks so familiar, I feel like I've heard of it somewhere before. The place where all the sunshine scriptures were destroyed, the village saved by the sorcerer king according to the latest intelligence. Maybe we were the ones who caused this situation, Raymond said with a wry smile. What's going on? We sent people disguised as Imperial Knights to attack the village, while the Sorcerer King sent monsters to support the reconstruction of Karn village. The contrast between the two caused the villagers' attitude to change, and they began to accept the existence of monsters. That's roughly what happened. This is really... Everyone didn't know what to say. What was this? They were shooting themselves in the foot. Well, I didn't agree with that plan at the beginning, now it's okay, right? What's the point of looking back now? Let's not talk about the people of the Sorceress Kingdom for now. Are there no voices of opposition from the people of the Empire, Kingdom, and Dragon Kingdom? The Emperor of the Empire is the only one in power, and whatever he says is the truth. The Queen now has the final say in the kingdom, and with her incredible popularity, no one opposes her. The people of the Dragon Kingdom were all saved by the Sorcerer King, and now they are almost worshipping him as a god. The most fundamental point is that as long as people can live well, they don't care who is the leader. Let's not talk about the Empire and the Dragon Kingdom for now. Since the Queen ascended the throne, the lives of the people in the kingdom have indeed been getting better and better, and all of this is brought about by the Sorcerer King. Then judging from what the Sorcerer King has done so far, he may not necessarily be against humans. On the contrary, he is very likely hostile to orcs. This possibility cannot be ruled out. It would be nice if that were the case. Don't be too optimistic, but be prepared for the worst. Speaking of this now is just blind guessing. Do you want to contact the Sorcerer King himself? No, it's too dangerous. How about contacting the Emperor first? The other party had sent a message before, intending to cooperate. However, somehow, the contact was suddenly cut off. The war in the Dragon Kingdom, the Emperor of the Empire is on the scene, that's clear. The other party's attitude changed drastically. After seeing that scene, no one would want to be his enemy. How about trying to contact the Queen of the Kingdom or the Dragon Queen? This is already underway. Until we understand the Sorcerer King's attitude, we will not take any action for now. Do you have any objections? Agree. Chapter 29. Kingdom. What interesting things did you do when you went to the Dragon Kingdom this time? Lana asked Logis. I witnessed unforgettable magic, and at the same time, I completely realized how weak I was, Logis said with a wry smile. Didn't we get to experience the customs and culture of the Dragon Kingdom? Tina muttered. What happened? This is not like you, Logis, Lana asked curiously. Logis briefly recounted the events of the Dragon Kingdom. That's how it is, no wonder. It's a pity that I didn't see it with my own eyes. Lana showed a creepy smile. Now she is the one who has the final say in the kingdom, so there is no need to hide her true self all the time. Lana, you really are. Lucassi said speechlessly, covering her forehead. What's wrong? In an instant, Lana turned back into the gentle princess she was just now. Nothing. Why haven't I seen Climb lately? Gagran interrupted. Oh, he was sent to the warrior captain by me. Didn't I always stay by your side before? Tia asked curiously. Not now, I plan to marry Mr. Long. Are you serious? I've always been serious. When did it start? The moment I became queen, I felt so relaxed. The pressure I had been under for so long disappeared. I could finally live my life according to my own will, and no one would force me to do anything. But, at that time, I just had that idea, who knew it would get out of control. Later, when you said you wanted to marry him, I took the opportunity to give myself away as well, Lana teased. Who wants to marry him? Lucassi retorted with a blush. I don't think you can resist, Lana said with a smile. Boss, we are all family here, why are you shy? Geglin said generously. Don't talk nonsense. Yelantir, what's going on today? Sitting on a chair, Nangong Long said boredly to Suo Liuk Siang beside him. Lady Cositus will come to report on the governance of the Dowa Great Forest later. Oh, I see. The subhuman and alien species in the Dowa Forest have been almost conquered and are now all under the management of Cositus, who will report on the progress of the work regularly. There was a knock on the door. Sir, Master Cositus requests an audience. Your Highness, I pay my respects to you. Wake up and tell me what's going on lately. Yes, we have already conquered the intelligent races in the forest and are now managing them in a unified way. We have established a school to train warriors according to the plan. I look forward to serving you one day. Very good, you did a good job, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. In that case, I will take my leave first. Wait a minute, Nangong Long said, stopping Cositus who was about to leave. Tell Zeeble to stand by, I have something for him to do. Yes, do you want to ask him to come here? No need, let him wait for me in the tribe. Yes. Then Nangong Long sent a message to contact Shaltir. Shaltir, I have an important mission for you. There was silence for a few seconds on the other end of the line, and then Shaltir's excited voice was heard. Finally, have you finally waited for this day? No matter what the task is, I will complete it. I want you to accompany me to the kingdom of the dwarves. Yes, I will prepare it right away. Wait a moment, the mission of guarding Nazarick will be handed over to Aura and her brother. You must complete the handover mission conscientiously. Yes, Horn, hand over the task to my subordinates. You and I will go to the dwarf kingdom together later. Yes, Nangong Long is not very interested in dwarves, but it is still necessary to bring a group of them over to manufacture a large number of low-level weapons for the Magic Kingdom. This is a good choice whether to supply adventurers in the country or to export to other countries. After all, he couldn't let Horn be responsible for making those low-level props, that would be a waste of talent. As for the runes mastered by the dwarves, Nangong Long did not have any expectations. It would be great if he could research them, but it would be okay if he failed. Compared to the dwarves, he was more interested in the dragons. Although Nangong Long still had a lot of dragon skins in stock, they would be used up as time went by. He couldn't peel off the dragon skins of his own people. Although they would not refuse if he used healing magic to grow them back, Nangong Long couldn't do that. Parchment can be produced regularly by raising special monsters on the 6th floor, but dragon skin cannot be produced that way, so we can only focus on those evil dragons. Although the level is not high, dragon skin is dragon skin, and most magic scrolls can still be made. The top-level scrolls still need to be stocked, but they are not used very often, so it is not a big problem. I need to contact Pandora's actor again. After I leave, he will be in charge of this matter. The knock on the door sounded again, and Suo Liuxiang walked towards the door. What are you doing? Nangong Long asked the fully armed Shaltir. Of course it is to better protect the safety of adults. We went there for friendly exchanges, so there is no need for this for the time being. Then ask me to go ahead, is that really okay? It's nothing. Being exposed to different things is a kind of growth for you. Horn, do you think it is necessary to subdue the dwarves of this world? After all, they are of the same race as you. As long as the decision is beneficial to Nazarick, I will not have any objection. Please do not worry about my opinion. After all, to me, everyone in Nazarick is my companion. Well said, Horn, Shaltir said in approval. Well, I understand your intention. Sir, how many troops do you need? Shaltir asked. No need to bring it, just do it first if you need it. If there is no problem, we will leave immediately. Adult, what's wrong, Suo Liuxiang? I think that you should bring a few maids to serve you, so as to prevent being looked down upon by the other party, Suo Liuxiang said respectfully. Suo Liuxiang is right, sir. Yes, but it's not good to bring too many people. In this case, Suo Liuxiang, please inform Entima and the two of you will accompany us. Nangong Long felt it necessary to respond to the maid's expectations. Besides, there was no danger and it was okay to bring them along. What's more, Suo Liuxiang and Entima were not weak either. Most importantly, the maid outfit is really nice. Yes. Suo Liuxiang showed a smile. For her, being able to stay with adults is the happiest thing. Presumably, it is the same for other maids. Chapter 30. Your Majesty, it's nearby. Is that so? We can just go in directly. Your Majesty, don't you need to say hello? Zeeble looked at Nangong Long carefully. There's no need for that. This is already a dead city. What? Zeeble exclaimed. Let's go and see if there are any clues here. Yes, to be honest, Nangong Long didn't have much confidence that he would happen to meet the dwarf who came to mine alone. If things didn't work out, he could only summon the undead to conduct a large-scale investigation. Horn, did you find anything? No, in that case, Entima, send out your bugs to investigate. Yes, sir. The adults and insects are reporting that there is activity ahead. Very good, lead the way. I'm lucky, it should be that dwarf, Nangong Long thought. Horn, if it's a dwarf, you will go and greet him later. Yes, sir. Hello. Gongda was relieved to see Horn, because they were from the same tribe. Ah, weird, Gongda screamed in fright when he saw Nangong Long. It's okay, this is my master, Horn said, grabbing Gongda who was trying to escape. Master. Don't worry, I have no ill intentions. I am the king of the sorceress kingdom, Nangong Long. I'm sorry, I'm a lonely man and didn't know about the existence of the sorceress kingdom. It doesn't matter, I just founded the country. Your Majesty, is this the kingdom of the undead? No, it is a country with various races living there. Is it possible for such a thing to exist? Nothing is impossible for adults, Horn replied. Shaltir stared at Gongda with sharp eyes. In her opinion, questioning the adults was a crime of disrespect. If the adults had not said that this dwarf was still useful, she would have taken action long ago. Gongda suddenly felt cold all over and said nothing. Okay, Shaltir, stop looking at him with that scary look. Can you please take me to the kingdom of the dwarves? Your Majesty, what is your purpose in going to the dwarf kingdom? Gongda asked cautiously. Establish diplomacy, conduct trade, and also want to obtain the technology of runes. Nangong Long did not intend to subdue the dwarves because there was no need. Otherwise, he would have to send people to manage them, which would be too troublesome. Runes are already outdated technology. What use is there for it, Your Majesty? Gongda said dejectedly. Behind? Then we can do some research and make it keep pace with the times, right? I am really happy to hear Your Majesty say this. I have been working hard on my research, but it is not that easy. I have no talent and have never been able to take a single step forward. I am incompetent and have brought shame to my father and grandfather, Gongda said while holding back tears. Are you doing this alone? Don't you have any companions? How could such a thing exist? As I just said, runes have been eliminated. Who would care about them? Why don't you come to my country? I can fully support your research. Really? That's great. What do I need to pay? Gongda said after calming down. Everything you research will belong to me. At the same time, you need to lure other rune craftsmen to the sorceress kingdom. No problem, Gongda said with a smile. Very good, next I will check your memory. Okay? Gongda said without any hesitation. As long as the rune language could be restored, it would not matter even if his memory was taken away, even his soul was taken away. Memory operation. We will split into two groups. Horn and Zeeble will serve as the Sorceress Kingdom's envoys to the dwarf capital, while I, Shaltir, Salulika, and Entima will head to the dwarf capital's former capital. Your Majesty, the former king is in great danger, Gongda said. It doesn't matter, that little danger can't stop me. Horn, you will transfer a group of undead from Nazarick to accompany you later. And you have to achieve these goals. Got it. No problem, I will definitely complete your instructions. Horn's ability to get things done is also good, but it is overshadowed by his forging skills. Your Majesty, can you take away the secret rune book in the royal capital's treasury? Gongda said. No problem. Since there is a treasure house, I plan to empty it. Horn, it is up to you to decide whether to use force. Yes, sir. In that case, we will separate now. Greetings, Great Lord White Dragon King. What's the matter? Tell me. The enemy is coming. Please help the Quagoa fight back. The clan king signaled to his men behind him to open the bag, revealing the golden gold. Who is it? Not sure, we only sent out a distress message, but no one came back alive. You haven't even figured out who the person is, and you're asking me for help. The White Dragon King looked at the clan king coldly. I'm very sorry, but the enemy is not a match we can handle. What do you think we should do? The White Dragon King looked at his concubines. Killing the invading enemy is a provocation to us. Okay, you guys go down, I agree to take action. Thank you, Great White Dragon King. Who should we send? Shaltir, kill them all, leaving no one alive. Sir, this is a bit difficult. There are too many of them, Shaltir said in embarrassment. No problem, I will activate the world-class props and take them to another dimension. All you have to do is control your mind and annihilate them. Yes, I will definitely meet your expectations. Sir, do you need our help? No need. This is a test for Shaltir. I hope she can stay rational and not fall into a blood frenzy while killing people. So that's how it is. I'm just stupid, Suo Liuxiang said apologetically. We surrender, stop killing King, the other side doesn't want to let us go at all, it's over. It's all over. Are the Quagoa going to be exterminated? Evil ghost. Run. Nangong Long had no intention of subduing the Quagoa. Instead of subduing them, it would be more cost-effective to recycle their corpses and turn them into undead. My lord, mission accomplished. Nangong Long pinched Shaltir's cheek and said, You did a great job, it's what I should do, Shaltir said, half excited and half shy. Send someone to retrieve the body later. Yes, next, let me meet the so-called White Dragon King. Chapter 31. Hey, Filong, you are very brave, Nangong Long said to Shuanglong who was standing in front of him. Heart. Wait a minute. I surrender, Hikinmal said, lowering his head deeply. Oh, you are very sensible. I was planning to kill you and give the meat to my maid. But speaking of which, Entama, Soraka, do you like dragon meat? It would be bad if you rewarded me with something I don't like. Hikinmer felt a chill all over his body and lowered his head even lower. How could that be? As long as it's a reward from the adults, we will gladly accept it, Suoluxiang and Entama said in unison. Excluding my reasons, do you like dragon meat? I haven't eaten this, but it sounds good to try, Suo Liuxiang said with a smile. Me too, Entama agreed cutely. They talked about this kind of thing in front of me without any precautions. Sure enough, my intuition was right. The other party didn't take the dragon seriously at all. If he had been slower, he might have become someone else's food. Well, I will fulfill your wish. Filong, take me to find other dragons. Yes, please climb on my back. Fortunately, I have read a lot of books and know what to do at this time. If I were impolite, I might be killed. How should I address you, sir? Hikinmer asked cautiously. Magic King Nangong Long King? Only the ruler of a country or someone with extremely strong magic can call himself a king. Is your excellency the king? Hikinmer, who was confused, asked directly. If he took a risk now, he thought the other party would not blame him for such a small matter. It would be bad if he lost his life in the future due to misunderstanding. My lord is the king of the sorceress kingdom. Remember this, my humble servants. If you ever bring shame upon me, I will make your life a living hell, Shaltir said coldly. I know. I will do my best to be loyal to you. Hikinmer pushed the door open carefully so as not to disturb the adult on his back. Come and meet the great sorcerer king. Hikinmal shouted at his father in front of him, and winked at him desperately, reminding him that the opponent in front of him was not someone he could defeat. Rebellion, you little brat, Nazarick roared. It's over. Is it because of anger that you can no longer understand the current situation? If you surrender voluntarily, I can spare your lives. Skull, are you challenging my dignity as the Dragon King? Roar. Nazarick pounced directly at Nangong Long, intending to kill this annoying rat. Nangong Long stretched out his right hand and made a loose grip, as if he was grabbing something. Heart mastery. In an instant, the White Dragon King fell to the ground, motionless, as if he was asleep, but everyone present knew that he was dead. Hejinmal took a sneak peek and saw that the maid behind the master and the girl in the red dress who might be his confidant had no change in expression, and everything seemed to be as it should be. Phew, it's a good thing I backed off, otherwise I would be the first one to fall, Hejinmal thought thankfully. How dare you call yourself the Dragon King? You are a piece of shit who can't even use primordial magic. Do you want to continue? I welcome you to do so, Nangong Long said to the remaining dragons. Surrender. 3 anxious voices sounded at the same time, fearing that they would be a step too late. Very good, go and call the rest of the dragons over. Hearing this, the 3 dragons immediately rushed out. Send this dragon back to Nazarick. Once it's disassembled, the dragon meat will be given to you as a reward. Thank you for the reward, sir. Shaltir, you did a great job this time. Is there anything you want? Anything is fine. Shaltir asked with a flushed face. It's fine as long as it's not excessive. Nangong Long had a bad feeling but still insisted. Your subordinate wishes to sleep with you. Shaltir looked at Nangong Long expectantly. Rejected, Nangong Long knocked on Shaltir's head and objected. No way. Shaltir looked at Nangong Long with tears in her eyes. It's no use looking at me this way, let's change it. I can't do anything, let alone sleep in bed. But I don't want anything else. Think about it slowly, and tell me when you're done. Yes. I just don't believe he could kill my father. After saying that, he rushed forward and swung his sharp claws at Nangong Long. Seeing Nangong Long standing still, a hint of joy flashed in Long's eyes, but the light in his eyes quickly dissipated the next moment. Heart mastery. Nangong Long still likes this magic very much. He makes a fist with his hands and the enemy falls down. It looks very handsome, especially since the enemy has no idea what is happening. Anything else? The dragons quickly lowered their heads to show their submission. It seems that there is no more. Shaltir will take them to Nazarick and leave it to Aura to manage. At the same time, she will have someone come and move the treasure here. Yes, sir. Message Horn, how's it going? Sir, the dwarves have agreed to our terms. The next step is to take away the rune craftsman. You should also take some time to study the runes in the future to see if you can master them. Yes, I will do my best to complete it. If it doesn't work, don't force it. Holy Kingdom Kalkasama, we should immediately drive away the envoys from the Sorceress Kingdom, Remedios said. How can this be possible? We haven't even met yet. If we just drive him away, it will definitely become a diplomatic problem, Kalka said in embarrassment. What's there to talk about with a country ruled by the undead? Said Kairaldo. As the high priestess of the temple, she was very disgusted with the undead. That's right, at worst we can go to war, but we won't lose to a mere undead. No, we must avoid war as much as possible. The kingdom and the empire have already surrendered to the Sorceress Kingdom, and I heard that the Dragon Kingdom also surrendered not long ago. If a war breaks out, we will have to fight with 4 countries together, and we will definitely lose. How could humans really submit to the undead? Maybe they have been waiting for an opportunity to fight back. Once the war starts, they will stand on our side. The Sorcerer Kingdom must have had some extraordinary means to make the 3 kingdoms surrender. Didn't the Sorcerer King release a spell in the Dragon Kingdom and kill hundreds of thousands of orcs, ending the war? How could that be possible? The real situation should be that both the Empire and the Kingdom sent troops to support the Dragon Kingdom at the same time. The Sorcerer King's magic may have played a role, but it is definitely not as exaggerated as the rumors say. The Sorcerer King must have spread this rumor in order to show off his power to other nations. Summoning giant goats to slaughter orcs is simply nonsense. If the Sorcerer King dares to come here, he will never return, Remedios said confidently while holding the holy sword. I know, you're the best, okay. Stop discussing this now. Let's wait until we meet the envoy from the Sorceress Kingdom before we continue. The most urgent thing is to find out their intentions. Whether it's good or bad, we need to prepare early. Please restrain yourself for now. Yes, Remedios and Kairaldo replied reluctantly. Today's update, I'm addicted to the experiment. To be honest, I'm so annoyed, I'll flip the table again. Please collect and give flowers. Chapter 32. Greetings, Holy Queen, Sebastian saluted very gentlemanly. Please take a seat, old man. What shall I call you? Your Majesty, just call me Sebastian. Is he really a human? Isn't this an illusion or something? Remedios asked quietly to Kairaldo who was beside her. I don't feel any magical breath, said Kairaldo, shaking her head. Can you feel his strength? I can't. He looks like an ordinary person. Me too. Although their voices were low, Sebastian could still hear them clearly with his ability. However, Sebastian didn't mind this little thing at all. Mr. Sebastian, I don't know why you are here. I have come to convey the Sorcerer King's orders. What is that order? Parse the words of the adults. I give you 2 choices, one is to obey me directly, the other is to beat you until you obey me. Too arrogant. How could we possibly submit to the undead? Remedios roared. You are such a shameless person. The Holy Queen hasn't even opened her mouth yet, and you, as her subordinate, actually spoke without permission. You are simply bringing shame to your master, Sebastian said angrily. What are you talking about, old man, do you want to die? Can you do it? Sebastian looked at Remedios calmly. Although Sebastian's eyes looked normal, she felt a chill all over her body for some reason, as if the person staring at her was not a human, but a terrifying monster. Seeing that the atmosphere was not good, Kalka spoke up, "I'm sorry that my subordinates have caused you trouble." "Mr. Kalka, would you please shut up?" Kalka interrupted Liam. "Excuse me, Mr. Sebastian. It's okay, I'm also wrong. I apologize for reprimanding the Holy Queen's subordinates." "It's okay, you're right." Kalka glared at her, and Li Mei could only swallow her words. "I wonder if there is room for negotiation on the issue of surrender." Sebastian shook his head. "Can you give me a few days to think about it? After all, this is not something I can decide on my own." "I can give you 3 days. Can't it be longer? It will take quite some time to notify the nobles to come and discuss the matter." "No, the adults said it can only be 3 days at most." Geraldo pulled her sister and signaled her not to speak, otherwise things would get worse again. "Can I have a face-to-face meeting with the Sorcerer King in 3 days? Kalka took a deep breath, calmed herself down, and said. "This matter is not for me to decide, but I can convey your wishes to the adults. As for whether to see you or not, it depends on the adults' decision." "That's fine, thank you for your help. This is my job. In that case, I will take my leave first." "Why don't you stay? The banquet will be ready soon." "Thank you for your kindness, Lady Saint King, but I must convey the news here to you as soon as possible. This is my duty as a subordinate and I must not slack off." "Okay, I'll ask someone to take you away." "Thank you so much, Kalka-sama, there is no need to think about this. Just reject it. Let's take a step back. Even if you agree, those nobles won't agree, especially those guys in the south. What else can we do? We don't know much about the Sorceress Kingdom, and it would not be wise to refuse rashly. Use these 3 days to gather as much information as possible about the Sorceress Kingdom. But even if that's the case, how can the undead coexist with the living? This is the fundamental problem. Don't jump to conclusions if you haven't seen it with your own eyes." "Sir, this is the information we have collected about the Holy Kingdom." Sebastian handed the document in his hand to Nangong Long. "Thanks for your hard work." Nangong Long read the intelligence carefully. Only by understanding the other party could he formulate a reasonable plan. Religious beliefs don't seem to be easy to deal with. This time, perhaps we may have to send a large army to deal with it. Seeing Nangong Long put the documents aside, Sebastian continued, "The Queen of the Holy Kingdom hopes to have a meeting with you in 3 days. Is that possible?" "Yes, sure. Yes, I will reply to them right away. I plan to go out for a walk," Nangong Long said to Nabi who was serving him. Yes, Nangong Long stood up and prepared to go for a walk around the new Irantal, with Nabe following closely behind him. "Well, you can stay here. As your master's maid, how can I not serve you at all times?" "Well, okay." Looking at Nabi's determined eyes, Nangong Long agreed. Looking at the new scene, Nangong Long thought. It seems that the public has basically become accustomed to the existence of the undead, so the next step is to expand this achievement. Thanks to his subordinates, Nangong Long no longer needs to change his appearance. The reason was that the Guardians unanimously agreed that a huge statue should be carved for Nangong Long to highlight his greatness. In fact, Nangong Long wanted to refuse, but seeing that the Guardian was so persistent, he agreed. The people were a little agitated at first, but it soon calmed down. It was probably because they had already adapted to the undead living around them. In addition, Nangong Long's series of people-friendly policies also greatly reduced the people's resistance. Or, they had already guessed it. After all, how could someone be human who could control so many undead beings? "Your Majesty," said the dwarf who was directing the undead to build the road respectfully. "Thank you for your hard work. This is for you." Nangong Long reached his hand into the void, took out a bottle of wine and handed it to the dwarf in front of him. "Thank you very much, Your Majesty." If it was something else, the dwarf might not dare to accept it and would refuse it, but the dwarf was reluctant to refuse the fine wine. Nangong Long waved his hand, indicating that it was nothing to worry about. Watching His Majesty's receding figure, the dwarves began to talk. "Look at this exquisite wine bottle, you can tell it is not an ordinary product." "That's right, that's right. Open it quickly, I can't help it." The dwarf holding the wine opened the cork, and the aroma of wine immediately filled the air. The sound of dwarves swallowing could be heard all around. "Hey, don't drink it all, stop him quickly." It turned out that the dwarf who was holding the wine started to drink it in big gulps, drinking while running, obviously intending to keep it all for himself. To be honest, even Nangong Long himself forgot which monster this bottle of wine came from. He didn't expect that it would cause a fight among the dwarves. Chapter 33. Oriental Adventurer School. Hey, why did Igzu bring her sisters here today? Imina said with a smile. There's no other way. The two little ones kept making noise and forced me to bring them here, Igzu said helplessly. Hello, Sister Imina. Hello, Sister Imina, you are so good, let your sister hug you. I want one too, Wu Lei said dissatisfiedly. Don't make a fuss. Wu Lei pouted and looked like she was about to cry. Okay, sister will hold you, okay. Ai Shui coaxed. Yeah, Wu Lei immediately smiled and responded. Let's go to the lounge. Good, haha, two cute little guys, both are here, said Hecarim, who was sitting at the desk. Imina, come and give me a hug. Since you like children so much, let Imina give birth to one, Ai Shui teased. Imina blushed and threatened, what nonsense are you talking about? Are you looking for a fight? Hecarim laughed loudly. I've been working hard. Shut up. Imina yelled at Hecarim. Alright, I won't say anything more, is that okay? Don't scare the kids, Hecarim surrendered. Seeing the frightened looks on Kuti and Ule's faces, Imina knew that she had scared them. Sorry for scaring you guys. It's okay, Dad used to lose his temper all the time, we're not afraid, said Kuti. It's okay, this won't happen again, Arkaho promised while hugging her sisters. I'm sorry, Archie, for bringing back bad memories for your sisters. It's okay, it's my fault too actually, I'm not really angry, I just feel a little embarrassed. I know, well, let's forget about the unpleasant things and talk about something else, Hecarim said. Honestly, I didn't expect to live the life I have now. It feels like a dream. I am no longer on the edge of life and death, but have become a mentor, imparting various experiences accumulated from previous missions to novice adventurers, Hecarim said with some emotion. I didn't expect it would be so easy to live with my sisters. Although there are many different races living here, the Sorcerer King really governs well. That's right, the undead have also been integrated into people's lives. This was something we would never have dared to think of before. If someone had told me before that the undead could live with humans, I would have definitely thought that person was crazy, Hecarim said with a smile. I feel that His Majesty the Sorcerer King doesn't look like an undead at all except for his appearance. My sisters also like His Majesty very much. As an elder sister, I am a little jealous, Archie said with emotion. Yes, that's true. He is a kind king who treats his people very well, Hecarim agreed. As long as you spend some time with him, you will feel his charm as a leader, but almost everyone will classify him as someone who is hostile to humans when they meet him for the first time, Imina said dissatisfiedly. Don't talk about others, isn't it the same for us? Hecarim said with a wry smile. That's right, I feel the same way. Imina lowered her head guiltily. Let's not talk about this. How is Roba doing recently? Arkahu changed the subject. Roba, he's extremely busy right now. All the people in the original temple have evacuated the Sorceress Kingdom, and he's busy rebuilding. He is free now, and he will not be warned by the temple if he saves people. Who made him the manager of the Magic Kingdom temple now? There's a knock on the door. The Sorcerer King has arrived. Imina hurried over to open the door, then immediately knelt on one knee like everyone else. Your Majesty Ule, Kuti, come and pay your respects to His Majesty, Ai Shui said anxiously. No need, this isn't a formal occasion, no need to be so restrained, everyone get up. Are Wu Lei and Kuti happy recently? Nangong Long asked after sitting down. Yeah, I'm very happy. My sister plays with us every day. It would be nice if adults could play with us. Listening to the soft and gentle voices of Kuti and Ule, Nangong Long felt healed. It was so cute. Stop making trouble. His Majesty has no time to play with you. Hearing her sister's scolding, Wu Lei pouted her lips and it was obvious that she was unhappy. It's okay, I don't have anything to do today, it's okay to play for a while. I will lift you up high. I want one too. Okay, one by one. You. Nabi said angrily. Those two kids were too presumptuous. It's okay, they are just children, Nangong Long interrupted Nabi. Yes oh. Chuckle. 3 days later we are about to meet, but we still know very little about the Sorceress Kingdom. There's nothing we can do about it. 3 days is still too short, and the information conveyed through text messages may not be accurate. At this point, we can only take things one step at a time, Kalka said helplessly. Sebastian, let's go. Portal. This is the magic used by Sebastian. Nangong Long has never been to the Holy Kingdom, so he cannot use the transfer magic. Your Majesty, the Sorcerer King is visiting. Quick, please come in immediately. Yes, how do you manage to travel quickly between the two countries? Asked Lei Mei. It's probably a large-scale teleportation magic that requires a ritual. Only this can explain it, guessed Caroldo. I see, but won't that be troublesome? Perhaps the Sorcerer King has mastered a method of simplification. Stop talking, the other party is coming, Kalka interrupted. Hello, Holy Queen. Greetings, His Majesty, Kalka said, putting away her surprise and coming to her senses. No need to be polite, what do you think? I don't know why the Sorcerer King wants the Holy Kingdom to submit, Kalka said irrelevantly. You don't need to know, just tell me your decision. Lei Mei was angry. She dared to speak to the Queen like that. Kalka raised her hand to stop Lim and continued, if that's the case, then I can only deny your request. It seems you are ready for war. Ask for flowers, ask for collection. By the way, is anyone still watching? If there are no flowers, you can at least give a 1 in the comment section to let me know that there are still people watching. Chapter 34. No, I still want to avoid war as much as possible. Impossible. The mission has reached 3/4 of its progress. According to previous situations, it can be completed by conquering one more country. The Holy Kingdom is the last piece of the puzzle, so Nangong Long does not want to give in at all. It seems that you don't realize the difference in strength, otherwise how could you make such an unwise decision? Stop talking big. Come here if you have the guts. I will kill you. Lei Mei couldn't stand it anymore. She had to say it even if it violated the adult's orders. Wow, I really want to see how you kill me. Nangong Long almost laughed out loud. My lord, do you need me to kill this rude man? Sebastian asked Nangong Long angrily. If his master was not here, it would not be his turn to act on his own. Sebastian would have been unable to resist killing the other person. Forget about killing him, just beat him half to death, Nangong Long said calmly. Yes, sir. Wait a minute, Kalka shouted hurriedly. This was not what she wanted to see. Lord Kalka, you don't need to stop us. It would be better to teach these ignorant people a lesson. Otherwise, they will think that there is no one in the Holy Kingdom and they can do whatever they want to me. But... Kalka looked troubled. Please rest assured, Your Majesty. I will definitely win and will not bring shame to the Holy Kingdom, Lim promised. Your Majesty, please let my sister fight and let the other side see our strength, advised Caroldo. She couldn't help herself any longer. Well, all right, Kalka compromised and stopped insisting. After all, they were more like good friends than monarch and subject. Nangong Long didn't show any expression on his face, but he was actually laughing inside. I just watched you guys pretending to be cool. I'm sorry, Kalka said apologetically. It doesn't matter, the one who gets beaten up won't be my person. You can only shout now. I was just stating the facts, but there was a dog barking in my ears. You, just wait and see. Sebastian, don't keep me waiting too long. Yes, let's go to the courtyard, Kalka suggested. This is fine. It will be over soon anyway, so don't waste time going out. Seeing that Nangong Long would not change his mind easily, Kalka could only agree, hoping that it would not cause too much damage. Old man, why don't you take a weapon? Don't accuse me of bullying when you lose. My weapon is my fist. When you are ready, start. Don't keep the adults waiting. Lei Mei decided to show all her strength from the beginning and give the other party a good lesson, letting them know that there is always someone better than you, otherwise she would not be able to vent the anger in her heart. You're as annoying as the Sorcerer King. Go ahead. As soon as he finished speaking, Sebastian disappeared from the spot in an instant. Except for Nangong Long, no one present could see Sebastian's movements clearly. When she came to her senses, Lei Mei had already fallen to the ground. Her limbs were twisted and it was obvious that she was seriously injured. However, there was magic in this world and her injuries could still be healed. After all, Nangong Long just wanted to teach her a lesson, not kill her. Stop it! Kayla yelled. Sir, do you need me to continue to impose sanctions? Sebastian ignored him and came to Nangong Long and asked respectfully. Sebastian is kind, but that depends on the person. Being rude to an adult is a capital crime, regardless of right or wrong. Okay. Yes, thank you for your tolerance, Sorcerer King, Kalka said immediately, suppressing her shock and fear. She wanted to run over to check on Liam, but she couldn't. Leaving without permission might upset the Sorcerer King, which would be the worst. The situation just now had made her realize the other party's strength. He was not arrogant at all, but really powerful. Sister, how are you? Kayla asked anxiously. I lost, just like that, I am a frog in the well, a frog in the well. Lime kept repeating this sentence, the mental blow had made her ignore the physical pain. Sebastian did not knock the other person unconscious. In his opinion, sanctions only make sense when the person is sober. Hey! Not bad. Kyla breathed a sigh of relief when she saw that Lime was fine. Although she could use resurrection magic if she died, she still didn't want that to happen. Healing after one spell, Lime was almost fully recovered, but she would have to rely on herself to heal her psychological trauma. Kyla believed that her sister would not continue to be depressed like this, and would definitely recover soon. After all, she was the strongest paladin and was not that fragile. Although Kira was resentful, she also knew that at that speed, she would not be able to react in time and would be killed before she could cast any magic. What's more, she was a priestess who specialized in healing magic. In fact, she thought too much. Even if Sebastian stood there and let her hit him, he would be unharmed. Seeing that Liam was fine, Kalka heaved a sigh of relief. What do you think now? Nangong Long broke the brief silence. The Holy Kingdom is not decided by me alone. It's useless even if I agree personally, Kalka said slowly. She knew that pretending to agree would only anger the other party, so it was better to tell the truth. In fact, she could choose another method, which was to gather all the troops in the palace to stop the other party, but her intuition told her that the end would be miserable. Really? You are such an incompetent king. Although Kira was angry, she had no choice but to endure it because of the huge difference in strength. As for Lime, she was still trapped in her own world and hadn't come out yet. I'm sorry to have embarrassed you, Kalka said generously. Your current situation reminds me of Lana in the past, but she is much worse off than you. At least you still have a lot of power, while she is purely a political bargaining chip. I never thought Queen Lana had such a past, Kalka said sympathetically. As a woman, she is much more courageous than you. She chose to submit to me directly. Now she has the final say in the entire kingdom. Which noble dares to oppose her? If you want, I can also help you clean up those who disobey you. I don't want anyone to die because of me. If we hesitate to make a decision, it will only lead to more sacrifices. Your Majesty, could you please take me to the Sorceress Kingdom to see with my own eyes what the country you rule is like? Kalka requested. Only in this way could she make up her mind about what to do. Your Majesty, absolutely not. You cannot put yourself in danger, Kayla objected quickly. It's okay, Kira. I believe in the Sorcerer King, Kalka said calmly. Well, since you are so courageous, why should I refuse? Please let me accompany you, Kira requested. And me. Upon hearing that Kalka was going to the Sorceress Kingdom alone, Liam finally came to her senses. Kalka looked at Nangong Long. Okay, it saves you from having to come back and convince them. Thank you, Kalka thanked. Can you let me prepare and explain some things? Can today's update? Chapter 35. Your Majesty, I am ready. May I set off? Kindness portal. What is this? Kalka asked in surprise, looking at the black vortex in front of her. Transfer magic, go through it and you will reach the Sorceress Kingdom directly. Is this magic that can be used casually? Certainly. Hiss. Lady Kalka, I'll go first, Liam said. Let me go first. Kalka glanced at Liam and indicated that it was okay. Kalka was the first to enter the pitch-black portal, followed closely by Liam and Kira. Your Majesty, where is this? Kalka asked, looking at the unfamiliar environment before her. My palace. I will show you around the Sorceress Kingdom later. Sebastian, tell Albedo to come here to see me, Nangong Long ordered. Yes everyone, please take a seat. Excuse me, who is Albedo? She is my right-hand man. The Sorceress Kingdom is basically managed by her. To put it simply, she is the Prime Minister. I see. Greetings, Your Excellency. It was so beautiful. Kalka and the other two's thoughts were synchronized for a moment. But the other person was definitely not a human. The wings on his back did not look like decorations. If they were, they would be too realistic. Get up. This is Kalka, the Queen of the Holy Kingdom. This is Albedo. Hello, Albedo will now be in charge of explaining the situation in the Sorceress Kingdom. Is it okay, Albedo? Certainly, in that case, let's get going. The undead really were walking around the streets casually, and there were so many sub-races, but the humans on the streets didn't look scared, it seemed they were used to it. Albedo-sama, could you explain the undead? Kalka asked. The one patrolling is a Death Knight, and the one pulling the carriage is a Soul Eater, Albedo replied with a smile that easily endeared her to others. Is it amazing? It will be difficult for the female knight next to you to defeat him, said Nangong Long. They are so strong, and there are so many of them. Kalka was shocked as she looked at the Death Knights patrolling in teams of 5. As for Nangong Long saying that the Death Knight was stronger than Lim, Kalka had no doubt at all. There was no need for the other party to lie to her. This is just a small part, and they are not very strong undead, Nangong continued. What? Anything else? Kira found it hard to accept. If what the other party said was true, then the gap in national strength between the two countries would not be small. In comparison, Lim's reaction was not that strong. It must be said that after being defeated by Sebastian, her ability to accept things increased many times. What is that place used for? Kalka calmed down and asked as she looked towards the courtyard where the children were playing. That's an orphanage that takes in children who are homeless for various reasons, Albedo replied. I didn't expect there to be such a place in the Sorceress Kingdom. Our country doesn't even have such an institution, Kalka said with emotion. This is an adult suggestion. This. Kira was speechless. She didn't expect an undead to do such a thing. Could it be that he had some ulterior motive? The Sorcerer King is truly merciful, said Kalka. Of course. Albedo seemed very happy to be praised. Can I go and have a look? Can give me the ball, come and catch me. The closer you get, the clearer the children's laughter becomes. Greetings, sir. When Pestoya saw Nangong Long coming, she hurried over from her child's side to pay her respects. Kindness, this is the head of the orphanage. Would she really not scare the children? But I didn't see them looking scared, which was strange. Hello, my name is Kalka. Can you show me around the orphanage? Okay, woof. This is where children usually play, Pestoya said, pointing to the playground. The Majesty is here. One of the children shouted and everyone ran over. Hello, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, can we play together? Haha, have you been behaving well lately? We are all very good and listen to Mother Pace very much. Good kids, I have something else to do this time, you guys can play by yourselves, okay? Good, let's all go away, said Pestoya. As soon as the words fell, the children all ran away. Looking at Nangong Long's expression, Kalka and the other two were somewhat surprised. They had never expected that the Magic King had this side of him. As a king, I am far inferior to the Sorcerer King, Kalka lamented in her heart. Her dream is for everyone to be happy, but she has not done as much as Nangong Long. That's where the children rest, Pestoya continued. After visiting the orphanage, we went to the temple, adventurer school and other places, and finally returned to the palace. The more Kalka and the other two walked around, the more incredible it seemed to them. They couldn't help but ask, is this really a country ruled by the undead? Your Majesty's ability to govern a country is far beyond my reach, Kalka said sincerely. That's inevitable. We don't want anyone in this world to be on par with adults, Albedo said proudly. You're right. Kalka nodded in agreement. Nangong Long felt a little embarrassed. After all, his ideas came from modern times, which were far beyond the level of development of this world. Moreover, he only proposed general guidelines and left the rest to the guardians to execute. It could be said that he was a hands-off boss. Okay, let's not talk about this anymore. Tell me your decision, Kalka. Nangong Long interrupted their conversation. I agree to annex the Sorceress Kingdom. I believe that Lim and Kira share the same idea as me. Yet, Kayla and Lime nodded. Having seen the gap in power, they naturally hoped for a peaceful solution. They also saw the situation in Irantal and it was not as bad as they had imagined. But the nobles will definitely strongly oppose it. If the people knew that their country had surrendered to the undead, they might also protest, especially if they were afraid that someone was behind it, Kalka said with embarrassment. The problem of the nobles is easy to solve. Just catch them and kill them. What about the people? Let them realize that submission is the most correct choice, and naturally no one will raise any objection. Can you please not kill anyone? Kalka pleaded. Then do you have a better idea? Nangong Long asked back. Kalka fell silent for a moment. It is because of your attitude that the country has become what it is now, with a false attitude. I understand, Kalka said after taking a deep breath. So, people, what are you going to do? The army is approaching, let the people know the gap between you and my country. Will someone die? Of course, but I will try to reduce this number. Once you pledge allegiance to me, the invasion of subhumans and aliens will no longer be a problem, and the number of people saved will be far greater than the number of people who die. I don't want to do this either, but that's how human beings are. They won't cry until they see the coffin. I see. Can you tell me when to send troops? I want to minimize the losses. 5 days later, how about that? Thank you, Your Majesty. Of course, Kalka understood that Nangong Long was giving her time. Otherwise, with the strength of the Sorceress Kingdom, it would be possible to send troops immediately. Since we have reached an agreement, please send us back, Your Majesty. Good Portal Albedo, prepare your troops and march to the Holy Kingdom in 5 days. Yes, sir. Today's update. This world is about to end temporarily. I will seriously sum up my experience and strive to write the next world better. Please collect, give me flowers, and also monthly tickets. I am addicted to reviewing comics. Chapter 36. Holy Kingdom Palace. The Sorceress Kingdom, the Empire, and the Dragon Kingdom have all declared war on our country. What should we do? How is it possible that a mere undead wants us to surrender? Don't surrender? Are we going to go to war with the 4 countries at the same time? Do you think there is a chance of winning? Even if he surrenders, so what? He is an immortal, so he will die anyway. But didn't the Empire, Kingdom, and Dragon Kingdom also surrender? Haha, even if he's not dead, he must be kept as a slave and killed whenever they want. This. Anyway, I won't surrender. If you want, go ahead. I won't collect your body. How could that be? I was just saying. It's better this way. Kalka looked at the nobles who were arguing non-stop and felt helpless. The outcome was already determined, but they were still arguing here. She wondered how many of those sitting here would survive. Your Majesty, what do you say? The nobles who could not reach a consensus turned to Kalka and asked. Hey! I think there's still a glimmer of hope if we surrender. Resistance to the end will only lead to the destruction of the country, Kalka said firmly, hoping that her efforts would be useful, even if it meant saving just one more person. Your Majesty, you are joking, the nobles said in disbelief. No, I am serious. Didn't the Sorcerer King also declare that anyone willing to surrender will not be killed? Your Majesty, how can we trust the words of the undead? They are the great enemy of mankind. In fact, I have met the Sorcerer King before and have also been to the Sorcerer Kingdom. The people there live a very normal life. No, to be exact, they live better than the people in our country. It is not as terrible as we think. How is this possible, Your Majesty? You may have been deceived by the treacherous undead Sorcerer King. I know very well that what I see is reality, not an illusion. Your Majesty, if you went to the Sorceress Kingdom, it would take at least half a month to go back and forth. You were away from the country for a long time, so how could we not know any news at all? So what you saw should be an illusion, a noble analyzed calmly. Hey! I can explain this. I was away from the palace for less than a day. Impossible. It's impossible to fly back and forth between the 2 countries in such a short time. Of course I can't fly, but the Sorcerer King knows teleportation magic and can cast it at will, Kalka said with a wry smile. What? Can that kind of magic be performed at will? The noble said in surprise. Li Mei and Kayla can both testify to this. They were present at the time. I swear on the honor of the Paladin that everything Her Majesty says is true. I swear to the God I believe in, everything Your Majesty said is true. Seeing Li Mei and Kira swear so seriously, most people present believed it, but there will always be a small number of people in the world who resist stubbornly. Even if what Your Majesty said is true, maybe the other party just happens to be good at teleportation magic, and is not good at attack magic. This possibility is also possible. The Sorcerer King also allowed us to see his military forces. Frankly speaking, the gap in national strength is too big, and what we saw was just the tip of the iceberg, Kalka said, shaking her head. Your Majesty, why do you always try to boost others' ambitions and destroy your own prestige? Have you been bribed or brainwashed by the other party? A noble who looked very high in status said in a strange voice. He had long disliked the queen. Why could a woman sit on the throne? After hearing what he said, some nobles also became suspicious. What nonsense are you talking about? Lime drew her holy sword and roared. I'm so scared. Although he said this, there was no sign of fear on his face. Forget it, Kalka said, stopping the furious Lime. Thank you for your forgiveness, Queen. Since there is nothing to discuss, I will return to my territory and prepare for the battle. Without waiting for Kalka's permission, he walked away on his own, totally ignoring the Queen. No matter how powerful the enemy is, they can still stop my tens of thousands of troops. As for the Queen's words, he didn't take them to heart at all and just thought that the enemy had surrendered to the Sorcerer King. Watching him leave, the nobles of his faction left one after another, but they were obviously not as bold as his opponent and still took their leave respectfully. The remaining nobles are the Queen's faction. Your Majesty, what should we do? The noble who stayed behind asked carefully. Don't resist. Do your best to appease the people. This is the best solution I can think of. Resistance will only lead to death. The Sorceress Kingdom is not something we can resist. That's all I have to say. I hope I can still see you after this battle. In this case, we will do as your Majesty says. The rest of the people decided to take a gamble and stand on the side of the Queen. After all, the Queen has always been thinking about the people, and this time is no exception. Everyone, go down and get ready. Time is running out. Yes, after everyone left, Kalka asked Lime and Kira beside her, am I a failure? No, Your Majesty, you have done a good job. It is they who are wrong. But I still feel so bad. In the end, I couldn't change anything. People still have to die. Your Majesty, this may be an opportunity. Just as the Sorcerer King said, some things must be done decisively. After this, no nobles will oppose your policies that benefit the people, right? Kyla's comfort made Kalka feel better. Well, but what are you going to do, Kira? You are a clergyman, Kalka asked. Let's do what we have to do. Even if other clergy leave this country in the future, I will not leave. After all, we are friends. Me too, I will always protect your Majesty. Thank you, thank you. It's great to be friends with you, Kalka said with emotion. Church, this time the Sorcerer King is planning to mobilize troops against the Holy Kingdom. What do you think? This is the Sorcerer King truly mobilizing troops against a country. Perhaps we can learn about the Sorcerer King's true intentions and attitude toward humans. That's right. It's obvious that the Holy Kingdom chose to resist and did not obey the Sorcerer King's orders, which is why this has happened. There's nothing we can do about it. The Holy Kingdom is very different from the other three countries and is more heavily influenced by religion. It's the same for us, maybe it will be our turn next time. Who among you here has not thought about this, but just hasn't said it out loud? There is indeed such a possibility, so I plan to let Astrology 1000 Miles observe this war, Raymond said. Is she okay now? Well, I've basically recovered. That's great. With her here, we can relax a lot. That's it, any objections? Seconding. I am reviewing the knowledge of the next world and thinking about the plot, so I will update less frequently in the next 2 days, and will update as normal tomorrow. Please collect and flowers. Chapter 37. Kingdom. Why does Your Excellency want the Holy Kingdom? Tia asked. Didn't the adult say that he wants the whole world? Tina replied. When did Mr. Long say something like that? Lana asked. The last time I went to the Dragon Kingdom, I said calmly that I wanted the whole world, as if I could get it by just stretching out my hand, Logie said with a smile. Really? He's still as confident as ever. I believe he has the ability, Lana said. Sir, I was just joking, said Giglin. Who would believe that? I think you are serious, Renas denied. Not necessarily, Renas, maybe Mr. Long really is joking, Lana laughed. Really? Why do you say that? Also, don't always smile like that. It will be bad if he sees it. Don't you like him? Is it okay like this? Asked Loggies. Mr. Long won't care about these little things. He might even like this about me, Lana said with a smile. Well, that's a possibility. Okay, tell me what you think, I'm very curious. The others also listened carefully. After all, Lana's wisdom was higher than anyone else present. Her previous analyses had all come true, and this time would be no exception. Do you remember the bet Mr. Long made with Loggies by the lake last time? Why are you talking about this? Does it matter? Loggies said loudly with a red face. The others smiled in tacit understanding. Of course, Mr. Long said he can turn back into a human, but it will take some time, remember that. Perhaps turning back into a human requires some opportunity or condition, such as... Lana stopped here. She believed that the people present would understand what she meant. You mean that unifying the world is a prerequisite? Loggies said, and then muttered softly, how long do I have to wait? But Lana heard it anyway, so she teased, why can't you wait? Did I say anything? Loggies said guiltily. Don't worry, this is just a guess. In fact, maybe we don't need such a big goal. And maybe I'm wrong. Lana did not continue to tease her, but continued. Impossible, you didn't guess wrong, okay. Loggies retorted. Haha, if the opponent is a human, then there's no problem, but Mr. Long is an immortal, so there's no guarantee of hitting the target. Okay, let's not talk about this anymore. You are going to the battlefield this time too. How are your preparations? That's no problem at all. My lord has given us a lot of equipment, said Evil Eye. That's right. Looking at the new equipment, I have the illusion that what I used before was rubbish, Linus continued. It's not an illusion, I have the same feeling, and I think everyone should feel the same, said Tina. He is very generous. It's as if he gives away all kinds of precious props for free, Loggies complained. Mr. Long has always been like this, treating his own people well as always, Lana said, touching the necklace around her neck. The others nodded in agreement. I envy you guys so much, I want to go too. If you want to, just go and tell him. He should agree. Yeah, let's give it a try. Empire, Your Majesty, why did the Sorcerer King only ask us to declare war on the Holy Kingdom without sending out any troops? Asked Bajid. Do you think the Sorcerer King needs my troops? Even if he is alone, he is enough to conquer the Holy Kingdom. Then why do we need to issue a challenge? Isn't that redundant? Your talents really are all in martial arts, Jerkniv said jokingly. Bajod smiled and said nothing. The Sorcerer King wants peaceful rule and may not want to cause too much bloodshed, so he asked us to issue a declaration of war at the same time to put pressure on the Holy Kingdom. However, the Holy Kingdom will not accept the Sorcerer King's mercy and will definitely resist. Why the Holy Kingdom is not ruled by the Holy Queen alone? Many of the nobles below do not obey her, and she does not have the courage of Queen Lana, so casualties are inevitable. So that's how it is. Your Majesty, are you going to watch the battle? Bajud asked. Forget it. I really don't want to be provoked anymore. God knows what terrifying magic the Sorcerer King will use this time, Jerkniv said with a wry smile. Besides, there's no point in going to watch. The only person who will win is the Sorcerer King. Your Majesty, these are the Sorcerer King's intentions, the Prime Minister concluded. Okay, I see. Then what should I do? Asked Dragon Queen Dora. Your Majesty, please show your charm to the best of your ability to attract the Sorcerer King. Why? Dora frowned. Only with the Sorcerer King's favor can the Dragon Kingdom remain peaceful and stable. You're talking nonsense. Lord Long obviously didn't say anything, Dora retorted. You can now call him by his name. It seems that Your Majesty is working hard, the Prime Minister said with satisfaction. Forward. Don't change the subject, Dora said angrily. How could I not say it? Didn't I say it when we first met? I wanted you, the Prime Minister replied. But that's just a joke, Dora said hesitantly. Haha, who can say that's not true, the Prime Minister said with a smile. Your Majesty, you must work hard, there are many competitors. Humph, who can be as charming as this queen? Seeing that Your Majesty is so confident, I feel relieved. He is not bad, but he likes skeletons and stuff. Am I a pervert? So embarrassing. My lord, everything is ready, said Albedo. Everything is done according to the plan, and the troops are sent to the Holy Kingdom, Nangong Long ordered, looking at his subordinates on standby. I will dedicate the victory to our Supreme Lord. Chapter 38. I am in charge of the south, but I have to give a profound lesson to the ants who rebel against the adults, Demiurge said to himself. What is that? The soldiers on the city wall shouted. Is the world ending? Quick, sound the alarm. Go and report to the master quickly. The demons are attacking the city, the captain ordered. Stay where you are. Demiurge thought that he had to complete the tasks assigned by the adults seriously. Captain, the demon has stopped. I saw it, Captain, the commander told us to hold on and he will send support immediately, said the soldier who delivered the message. Go over and shout, Demiurge ordered the fire demon beside him. Yes, sir. Listen up, people in the city. We are subordinates of the Sorcerer King. If you give up resistance, His Majesty will forgive you for what happened, but those who resist stubbornly will be killed without mercy. In order to ensure that everyone in the city could hear it, the flame demon used magic to bless it. What? Someone from the Sorceress Kingdom? Is the rumor true? The Sorceress Kingdom is really attacking us. What should we do? It's okay, after all, the Duke is still here, it's impossible for the demons to attack the city. Oh, the first one to run away when something happens is the Duke. Hey, stop talking nonsense, you're risking your life, the person next to him reminded. The people are very worried. The largest noble house in the city. Don't worry, no matter how powerful the demons are, this city is not so easy to capture, the Duke said loudly. Hearing this, the little nobles breathed a sigh of relief. Your Excellency is so powerful that a mere demon is no match for him. That's right, ha ha ha, thank you for your praise, said the Duke proudly. Captain, what should we do? We have no choice but to fight. There's no order to surrender, the captain said helplessly. But, can we win? The soldier next to him asked nervously. It seems that the ants are not going to accept the adults' mercy. How despicable! Meteorite fall. The soldiers on the city wall felt as if something was approaching overhead at a very fast speed. They looked up and were terrified. Not only them, but even the people in the city saw it. What is that? The great burning stone god's punishment. Boom! The city wall collapsed with a loud bang, and the soldiers on it, before they could react, had already reached another world, with no trace left of their bodies. Run! Going to be killed. Get out of the way! A strong man pushed the child in front of him away. The surviving soldiers in the city came to their senses and immediately ran towards the Duke's palace. A moment of ugliness. If you don't want to die, kneel down and surrender, the flame demon shouted. The panicked figures in the city immediately knelt on the ground in a plea for their lives. It is an irony that the roar of the fire demon saved countless people who were about to be trampled to death. My lord is truly too merciful, but that is precisely why I will stay in Nazarick until the very end. Attack the city, and kill anyone standing without mercy, Demiurge said coldly. Adults have given you 2 chances. If you don't show gratitude, there is no need for you to exist. Don't look up, idiot! A person who wanted to raise his head was immediately pressed down by the person next to him. Who knows if the other person would kill someone because of this? And you're not sure whether the other party will really keep their promise, so it's better to avoid anything that may anger the other party. Hearing the sound of the devil passing by, the people present were sweating and trembling. Who knows if the devil will kill people on a whim? Hearing the footsteps gradually fading away, the people relaxed a little, knowing that the other party really did not kill them. It looks like everything is all right. SHH, keep your voice down, there are still demons left over there. Thanks, it's okay, but the demon seems to be heading towards the noble district. It's better to kill them all to prevent them from bullying us, one person said viciously. My lord, this is bad. Why are you so flustered? What happened outside? Why is there such a loud noise? Sir, the city wall has been breached and the demons are coming in. You are lying. How could the city wall be breached so easily? The Duke said grimly. Yes, it's true. The other party launched a powerful magic and broke the city wall in one fell swoop, the soldier said tremblingly, as if he had thought of something horrible. The nobles present were suddenly panicked. My lord, please run. Yes, sir. Yes, hurry up and prepare the horses. I need to leave here quickly. Let's run too. Where do you want to go? Demiurge walked in and said gently. Looking at the demon in front of them, the nobles knew that escape was impossible, so they fell to their knees. I surrender, spare my life. Yes, yes, and me too. Let me go. Didn't you say you won't kill me if I kneel down on the ground? Demiurge watched the scene with great interest, but a word from the Duke interrupted his good mood. What the Sorcerer King can give you, I can give you twice as much, no, 3 times as much, the Duke said bravely. It's unforgivable that you thought I would betray you. For a moment, everyone felt a piercing chill. It was obvious that the Duke's words had brought Demiurge to the brink of rage. Haha, trash, use your life to make the final contribution to the adults. Demiurge grabbed the Duke's arm and dragged him away. Let me go, I was wrong, I will never dare to do it again, I surrender, the Duke cried. Demiurge ignored him and gave the order, kill them while we are already on our knees, the noble shouted frantically. I'm sorry, you are not within the mercy granted by His Majesty. Auclick, please spare me, the Duke still begged. I don't want to die yet. I still have a good life to enjoy. Look, isn't that the Duke behind the devil? Really? What is this for? Don't you want to live? I'll give you a choice. You live and they die, or you die and they live. Demiurge walked into the crowd and pointed at the people kneeling on the ground and said. Okay, okay, as long as you let me go, you can kill as many as you want. If not enough, I can capture them from other cities, the Duke said without hesitation. Under Demiurge's control, the Duke's words were heard by everyone present. The people immediately panicked, fearing that Demiurge would not in agreement. My Lord Devil, don't listen to him. Yes, we surrender sincerely. Yes, yes, we can do a lot of things. What they said makes sense. What do you think I should do? Demiurge pretended to be embarrassed. Sir, please let me go. I am definitely more useful than these untouchables. Shut up, you bunch of lowly people. Your lives are not as valuable as mine. It is your honor to die for me, the Duke turned around and yelled at the people. You are the one who should die. You are trash. When have you ever fulfilled your duty? Why should we die for you? Stop arguing, Demiurge said. The scene immediately became quiet, and no one wanted to anger the other at this time. Chapter 39. People of the Holy Kingdom, this is your noble, so dirty and ugly originally, you didn't have to go through all this. Your Majesty, the great Sorcerer King, has always wanted to rule this country peacefully. Your Saint Queen knew that they would lose the war, and she tried her best to persuade the nobles to surrender and avoid war. However, for their own interests, the nobles chose to resist to the end, regardless of your life or death. Even so, the great Sorcerer King is still willing to give you a chance. As long as you truly submit, no one will die. Is that so? Damn nobles, they don't care about our lives. Tell me your choice. We are willing to surrender. Long live His Majesty the Sorcerer King. Very good, I am very satisfied with your attitude. I leave him to you, don't let me down. Demiurge threw the Duke and his hand away. No, please don't do this, the Duke shouted when he noticed Demiurge's intention. Even if he was stupid, he knew that he would be dead if he was thrown into the crowd after saying what he had just said, but this could not change his fate. Go ahead, kill him if you want us to die, then kill you first. No. Let me go, the Duke screamed, but no one paid any attention. This way, the hatred of the ants will be diverted a lot, and the goal has been achieved, Demiurge thought. I'll leave this to you. Remember to collect the bodies, Demiurge said to the Archmage of the Dead beside him. I will definitely get it done. In that case, I will go to the next city first. Respectfully sending off the adults. Similar things are happening in other cities. Royal City. Your Majesty, the Sorcerer King has arrived at the city gate, Liam reported. Go out of the city to greet them, said Kalka. Your Majesty, you'd better be mentally prepared. The number of undead troops outside is staggering, Lime reminded. It's okay. Since I went to the Sorceress Kingdom, my ability to accept things has improved a lot, Kalka said with a wry smile. Hiss. This number is really. The Sorcerer King is pushing my endurance limit, Kalka said numbly. Forget about the skeletons, but what are those tens of thousands of Death Knights neatly lined up like that? I was also scared just now. Now I am very glad that there was no war, otherwise the royal city would have become a dead city. Let's go down and welcome the Sorcerer King into the city. Welcome to the Sorcerer King. As expected, your influence in the royal city is still very high, said Nangong Long. I can't hide anything from you, Kalka said helplessly. Please follow me into the city, everything is ready. I was scared to death. Fortunately, His Majesty agreed to become a vassal state, otherwise we would be dead, said a soldier in fear as he looked at the undead army outside the city. Who says it's not? There were still people who wanted to oppose it at the beginning. I wonder if they still have the courage to speak out after seeing this scene. They must be so scared that they dare not even fart. That's right, what will happen to us in the future? A soldier asked worriedly. God knows, but the Saint Queen has always cared about the people, and the decision she made will not be wrong. Yeah, you're right. Why worry about it? The people above will take care of it. We just need to obey orders. Inside the palace I didn't do anything, Tina said weakly. Isn't it better to not have a war, said Lakis. That's good, but I feel bad for not being able to contribute at all after getting the new equipment. Kalka was speechless. Was he expecting us to die? There will be opportunities in the future, Nangong Long comforted. Why don't Tina give herself away too, then you don't have to feel embarrassed, Lana teased. Ah, it's not impossible, but I'm afraid the boss will tear me apart, Tina said cautiously, glancing at Logis. You, hey, what do you want to do with me? It seems that the Sorcerer King has a good relationship with these people, especially that girl. Okay, stop making trouble. Let's introduce each other. I am Lana, the Queen of the Kingdom. Please give me your guidance. She is the new king of the kingdom. She looks so gentle, maybe we can get along well. Blue Rose Leader Lashes, Blue Rose Vidana, Blue Rose Visha. Are they the Kingdom Steel class adventurers? I am Kalka, the Queen of the Holy Kingdom. These two are Lim and Kayla. Seeing that they already knew each other, Nangong Long continued, next, let's talk business. It will take at most 7 days to completely conquer this country. Everything else is up to you. Yes, I will stabilize the country as soon as possible. Well, I won't interfere with your decision unless necessary. I don't think there's much money in your treasury. That's true, Kalka said sheepishly. In that case, I will send half of the money I get from exterminating the nobles to be used in governing the country. Thank you, Kalka said gratefully. She never thought Nangong Long would do this. It doesn't matter. I don't want a ruined country either. Don't make yourself uncomfortable by involving so many nobles in the future, Nangong Long suggested. Yes, you can talk to Lana when you have time. She is very capable of governing a country. Yes, Kalka nodded. Thank you for the compliment, sir, Lana smiled. Church, are we peering into the abyss? Zinding said tremblingly, putting down the documents in his hand. Should we really monitor each other? Causing displeasure on the other side could lead to the destruction of our country. Let's not talk about the other undead for now. There are tens of thousands of death knights. Can a god really handle this number? Of course there is no way. Even if we can win, we still can't defeat the remaining higher level undead. The enemy has more than just the undead, there are also demons, vampires, dragons, and races we have never seen before. Any one of them would be enough to cause a headache, and now they are all gathered together. Is the world going to be destroyed? I just want the other party to stand on the side of humanity. I'm not as greedy as you. I just want to avoid being an enemy of humans. So far, humans who have submitted to the Sorcerer King have not been persecuted. This time, we dispatched troops because of the Holy Kingdom's resistance. According to the report, most of the dead were nobles and soldiers. Civilians only accounted for a small portion, which can be almost ignored. It is obvious that the Sorcerer King did it deliberately. From this, we can at least infer that the Sorcerer King is not an undead who kills by nature. However, the Sorcerer King's purpose in uniting so many countries remains unclear. It seems that we can only continue to monitor and, if necessary, contact the Sorcerer King directly, said the High Priest Raymond. Is it okay? It should be fine. Maybe this is what the Sorcerer King wants us to see. After all, with his magical prowess, it would be too easy for him to stop us. Makes sense. 7 days later, Nangong Long doesn't care what others think, he is now staring at the system. Ding, mission, build a nation and become famous around the world completed. Does the host want to draw the reward? Extraction. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the light wings of the White Dragon Emperor, the god-killing tool. The reward will be distributed in the next world. The character is still good, but this lottery directly announces the results without even a turntable. It's really rudimentary, Nangong Long complained. Host, would you like to draw the next world now? Ding, in the next world, slash the red eyes. Host, please choose one. The protagonist route 2. Randomly generate an identity. It turns out to be this world. I'm not very interested in the protagonist's Imperial tool. So I'll choose the second one. Confirm completed. Do you want to start crossing? No, after I leave, will the flow of time in this world be synchronized with me? Nangong Long felt that it was necessary to clarify this issue. No, when the host returns again, it is still time to leave. Has time stopped flowing? Similarly, strictly speaking, it returns to this point in time. Understood, it's time to start. Please collect N flowers. Chapter 1. Imperial Capital. That's exactly how I look, but it's a little tricky at this age. Host, Nangong Long. Appearance: age, 15 years old. Identity, Imperial Noble. System, you didn't put any thought into arranging this identity. I am a noble, but I don't even have a servant. How can this be justified? But this mansion is worthy of the word noble, Nangong Long complained. Although it is night now, it is no different from daytime for Nangong Long. As an undead, night vision is a must. However, I didn't expect that the reshaped body would even take into account the attributes and abilities of the equipment. Fortunately, I had the guild staff at the time, and the other equipment was also top-notch, otherwise I would have suffered a great loss. Even though all the equipment is gone, it doesn't matter. By the way, can I still wear new equipment? Just give it a try. Nangong Long took out each type of prop and tried them out, and found that props of the same type as before were useless, but other props were still effective. Most of the magic equipment is ineffective, consumable equipment is still usable, and warrior equipment is basically usable. Come to think of it, it's not that good. If I can equip myself with magic items, my magic ability will increase a lot. But I can't rule it out. I just can't equip magic items from the game world anymore. Maybe items from other worlds aren't restricted by this. I'll definitely give it a try if I get a chance in the future. Well, let's pick out an outfit first. I remember I bought a lot of fashion items. Well, this is it. Nangong Long took off the clothes sponsored by the system and put on a set of black casual clothes. Yes, that was too ugly. I really can't accept the system's aesthetic standards. Next, let's try the god-killing tool. White Dragon King's Wings of Light. Strong ability, high growth potential, handsome, really good. You are the most talented host I have ever met. If you and I join forces, we will definitely become the strongest White Dragon King. This time I can finally beat that guy, Albion said excitedly. I'm sorry, but I still have to say that there is no one in this world who can rival you. Your dream cannot be realized for the time being. What? Why is that guy not here? Albion asked anxiously. For him, defeating the Red Dragon Emperor Drake was his life's destiny. Because this is another world, he is naturally not here. Another one? Is it like the underworld and the human world? No, they are completely different worlds, there is no intersection at all. Arubian was silent, and Nangong Long did not interrupt him. Anyone would need to calm down. I didn't expect that other worlds really exist. I always thought there was only one world. It turns out that the world is so big that I can't even imagine it, Alubian said with emotion. You are absolutely right. Formally introduce, World Traveler Nangong Long, once a human, now an undead, one of the two heavenly dragons. Arubian, we will be friends from now on. Friends? Ha ha ha. Host, you are really interesting. This is the first time I hear someone wants to be friends with Tianlong, Albion laughed. Really? I think it's pretty normal. Host, why am I here? You have no impression. I remember the previous host died, and I started looking for a new host. When I woke up again, I was here. That must be because I happened to meet you when I traveled through time and space. Nangong Long did not tell the other party about the system because even if he told them, the other party might not believe it, and Nangong Long did not want others to know about the existence of the system. Is that so? Host, since you are a world traveler, we should be able to go back. Of course, but every time I travel, the world is random, so I can't be sure how long it will take. I see. I'm glad I can go back. After all, I still want to fight that guy. But, how long is the host's lifespan? Arubian asked. After all, if Nangong Long died, he might never be able to fight Drake again. You don't have to worry about that. The undead have no lifespan limit. The undead have this incredible ability. It's a race I've never heard of. Just because your world doesn't have it doesn't mean other worlds don't have it either, Nangong Long explained. But it's still hard to believe. I can feel that you are very strong. If all the undead are so strong, then the world would have been ruled by you long ago. Because Albion is a host-type artifact, it can bypass the effects of items that hide its power. How is that possible? The birth of the undead is difficult in itself, let alone a high-level undead like me. Moreover, only high-level undead have a self, while low-level ones only have a simple consciousness. I see host, you. Don't call me host, just call me by my name, Nangong Long interrupted. Good Long, do you know the situation in this world? I roughly understand that there are imperial tools in this world that can give the holder extraordinary power. Oh, there is such a thing, is it a divine weapon? No, it's far from your level. Really? Then there's nothing to look forward to. You are wrong. The abilities of imperial tools are varied and strange. The powerful ones can even freeze time. Didn't you say it couldn't reach the level of a divine weapon? Freezing time is already at the divine weapon level, Albion said in surprise. Not every holder can do this. As far as I know, only one person can do it. Is that so? This is very similar to a divine weapon. The strength of the host largely determines the power that a divine weapon can release. I really want to meet this person. There will be a chance. There's nothing else I want to ask. If you need anything, just call me. I'm usually dormant. Good system, list the tasks of this world. Mission 1. Overthrow the Empire 2. Defeat us death at her peak strength. No problem, the next thing is to figure out what time it is. Let's go gather some information when the day breaks. Chapter 2. Behind the prosperity, there is so much filth. Nangong Long muttered as he looked at the busy crowd on the street. The Imperial Capital Guard is here. Where is Akame? Nangong Long said to the guard in front of him. Well, the captain is in the office, the guard replied after a moment's hesitation. Although the man in front of him was not very old, he must be rich or noble judging from his clothes. He dared to call the captain by his name, so he must be some senior. It takes such good eyesight to work in the imperial capital. Otherwise, it would be terrible if he accidentally offended a noble one day. Take me to see him. Nangong Long originally wanted Akame to come and see him, but after glancing around and finding no good place to sit, he changed his mind. I'm afraid that's not possible. The captain doesn't like being disturbed. Although the person in front of him might be a noble, the guard still refused when he thought of Akame's cruelty. Even Akame doesn't dare to refuse my order. You are very brave, Nangong Long said coldly. I'm done. I've offended a big shot. I don't have time to talk nonsense with you. Lead the way quickly, or you will report to the prison, said Nangong Long in a cold voice. Yes, the guard responded hurriedly, fearing that he would displease Nangong Long. Excuse me, what is your name, sir, so I can inform the captain, the guard asked bravely while standing in front of the office door. Nangong Long ignored him and kicked the door open. Which BD, don't you want to live? How dare you kick me? When he saw who it was, Akame immediately swallowed his words back. He wanted to slap himself twice. Why didn't he see who it was before speaking? As the captain of the Imperial Capital Guard, Akame knew all the nobles in the Imperial Capital to prevent himself from offending someone he could not afford to offend. The person in front of him was someone he could not afford to offend. Although the other party rarely showed up, his status was extremely high. He was the hereditary Duke of the Empire. Nangong Long. Captain Akame is so angry. Please take a seat. I thought you were my subordinate. If I knew it was you, I would definitely greet you in person. Why bother you to kick the door? Akame immediately changed his expression and said flatteringly, as if he was not the one who was angry just now. Haha, I'm not that proud. Even if I come to find you, your people are unwilling to lead the way. You are so loyal, Nangong Long sneered. Whoever is so bold, wait and see how I teach him a lesson, Akame said angrily. When the guards outside the door heard this, their hearts sank and they felt like they were going to die. Forget it, I'm not that stingy. If you kill him, the new guards won't recognize me next time, which will be even more troublesome, Nangong Long said lightly. Is this considered salvation? Fortunately, the master is not as cruel as the captain, the guard thought. Since the adults have spoken, let's spare his life. I came here to talk to you about something. Your Excellency, please say bring me a map of the Empire. No problem, I'll get it for you right away. Although he didn't know what the other party was going to do, if a map could get him to the Duke, Duka would be happy. Even if it didn't work, it wouldn't be wrong to sell it well, anyway, he couldn't offend him. Sir, the map you requested is there anything else I need to do? Yuka asked. Do you have a girl named Selu here? No, but a colleague who died recently had a daughter named Selu. I wonder if she is the one you are looking for. Haven't you joined the security team yet? I don't know to what extent you've been twisted now. I hope you can straighten it out. It should be her. What does the Lord want to see her for? I guess he has a crush on Selu, but it would be better to ask clearly. It would be bad if I guess his intention wrongly, Duka thought. Nothing, I just want her to take me around the capital. I don't believe it. I thought so in my heart, but I said, I'll send someone to bring her here right away. No need, ask someone to lead the way, I'll go find her directly. This doesn't seem like the attitude of just playing with her and then throwing her away. It seems that the adults like Selu very much. Depending on the situation, they may have to build a good relationship with her in the future. Maybe with this relationship, they can get promoted and make money. Let me lead the way myself, Duka said with fake sincerity. Nangong Long could guess what Duka was thinking, but he was just too lazy to pay attention to him. When people saw Duka, they all hid away as if they had seen some terrifying and dangerous creature. The residents are very afraid of you. You are joking, sir. It's just that I am too strict in my work and people are a little alienated. As they watched Duka walk away, the residents began to talk. Who is that person? It looks like the captain of the security team is actually leading him. He must be a big shot. He must be the son of some noble family. Sir, this is Selu's home. I will knock on the door right now. No, you can go now. Do you need me to introduce you to this? Duka said hesitantly. I don't want her to know my identity for the time being. Aren't you causing trouble by standing here? Nangong Long said coldly. Yes, I will leave right away. Oh, it's so hard to please, and he's still playing mysterious, Duka thought as he walked back. Nangong Long marked a few locations on the map and threw it away. The map, which should have fallen to the ground, was strangely trapped in Nangong Long's shadow. Yingyi leads the 5 mid-level shadow demons to stay, and the rest go to the place I marked to find the people I mentioned yesterday, Nangong Long ordered the shadow demons. Yesterday, Nangong Long summoned 50 shadow demons using a magic item that sealed the 7th level. There were 5 high-level ones, and the rest were all mid-level ones. As long as they didn't die, they would not disappear and could usually lurk in the shadows. The Shadow Fiend is an extreme monster that only materializes the moment it attacks the enemy, so physical attacks are ineffective when it is not attacking. However, its magic resistance is very low and its health is not very high. However, it moves very fast, so it is good for collecting intelligence. Yes, after doing all this, Nangong Long went forward and knocked on the door. Who are you? Selu asked the stranger in front of him. I'm Nangong Long. I'm not familiar with the imperial capital, so I wanted to find a guide. I heard that there's a helpful girl living here, so I came here. So that's how it is. Then the person you're looking for is me, the partner of justice, Selu said, cheering himself up. Then are you willing to help me? Of course, I'll take you wherever you want to go. Nangong Long was not surprised at all that Selu would agree to him. That was just her personality. It would be even better if her justice was not twisted. Slam, no problem, leave it to me. Let's go today's update. Chapter 3. Go and catch some kids for me to trample on and have fun with, Cass ordered. Yes please, let my child go. Get out of here, it's her honor to have your child entertain adults, the guard said as he pushed the woman away roughly. Mom, the child cried. Another place, you devils, die. Bring it, kid. The people around were intimidated by the noble's majesty and did not dare to step forward to stop them, for fear of getting into trouble. Sir, are these enough? If not, I will go and catch more. You did a good job. Go back and get your reward from the butler. Thank you, sir. Someone put the child on the road and let the adults trample him. Before he finished speaking, a figure appeared and knocked away the guard who was holding the child. Quick, protect the master, there is an assassin, run quickly, Leon said to the children. Go, kill her now, Cass roared. The guards were a little hesitant. They had seen what had just happened. If they went forward rashly, they would not be welcomed. They came here to ask for money, not to fight for their lives. The scene was a little deadlocked for a while. Since you won't come over, I'll go over there. Selu, you seem to be worried about something, can you tell me about it? Long is a very careful observer. My parents died at the hands of evil not long ago, so I am determined to become a partner of justice and eliminate all evil, Selu said viciously and distortedly. So what do you think is justice? Anyone who disturbs the stability of the empire is evil, is that so? You just... Nangong Long wanted to say something, but what happened before made him stop. I'm lucky enough to meet Leona, Nangong Long muttered. Did you say anything? Asked Siriu. Nothing, something seems to have happened up ahead, let's go take a look. Really? Why didn't I see it? Selu asked in confusion, but still walked forward. Selu's eyesight was not as strong as Nangong Long's, so he was not clear about what happened in front of him. Really? You have really good eyesight, Selu said admiringly, and was about to run over to help. Nangong Long hurriedly grabbed her. What are you doing? I want to go help, asked Selu. Do you know the situation? What if you help the wrong person? How can it be wrong for me to help the nobles? Selu said with a blink. Okay, just stay by my side and let me handle the rest. You? Are you okay? Selu questioned. Believe me, okay, just this once. On the way here, Sai Lu chatted with Nangong Long for a long time, and she felt that the other party was not a person who would brag. Whatever I do, don't ask. I'll explain it to you later. Yeah, Selu nodded. I'm a noble, what do you want to do? Cass said in fear. In the blink of an eye, all his guards were knocked down by the woman in front of them. Are you a fool? It's obvious that they want to kill you, Nangong Long said as he approached. Leon looked at Nangong Long and Selu and instantly became alert. He sensed them carefully and found that his beast-like instinct did not warn him, so he relaxed a lot. Male. Nangong Long glared at him and Cass immediately shut up. Who are you in cahoots with him? You are so beautiful, of course I will stand on your side. Oh, you're so honest. I like it, Leon said with a smile. Dragon. Don't worry, we've got a deal, said Nangong Long, rubbing Sai Liu's hair. Wait a minute, Nangong Long said as he looked at Leona who was about to take action. What are you doing? Are you trying to stop me? Leon said coldly, as if he was ready to start a fight if they disagreed. Of course not, I just wanted to ask him something. No, if we don't take action, the security team will be here soon. It's okay, no one dares to catch you here. Oh, you are so arrogant. With your ability, I'd better protect you. Okay, since you are so capable, I guess you don't mind this little bit of time. Of course. Just ask, Leon said stiffly, boasting too much. Tell me what happened. Cass recounted the whole story, but he didn't lie. In his opinion, all nobles were like this, and there was nothing to hide. The Duke must have taken a fancy to the blonde woman. Although he was angry, he had to give up revenge. It was not worth offending the Duke for a woman. Leona saw that Cass was very respectful to Nangong Long. No matter how stupid she was, she knew that Nangong Long's identity was not simple, but she did not feel any malice from the other party, so she did not take any action. Selu, you heard everything. Who do you think is right now? I don't know, Selu said in pain, covering his head. Just think about this problem slowly later, there's no need to rush. Nangong Long stepped forward and hugged Sai Lu to comfort him. Fortunately, the degree of distortion was not high, so it would be okay, Nangong Long thought. Although he didn't know what happened, when he saw Nangong Long let go of Siro, Leona teased, I'm so sad that I picked up girls in front of my sister. My arms are always open to you if you want. Enough of the small talk, trouble is coming, Leon said suddenly in a serious tone. I told you, it'll be alright, stop resisting, you have been surrounded, otherwise you will die, the captain of the security team shouted at Nangong Long and others. Great, Your Majesty, we're saved. You quickly capture this woman and send her to Your Majesty's residence, Cass shouted to the guards, then looked at Nangong Long flatteringly. Kill him, and then stab the one who's still alive on the ground. Nangong Long ignored him and seemed to be talking to himself. Who are you? Seeing Nangong Long's shadow split into several parts and moving quickly on the ground, Leon opened his mouth in surprise. One of the black shadows ran towards Cass, emerged from the ground after getting close to him, raised his right arm and turned it into a sharp blade, and chopped off his head with one blow. Until his death, there was astonishment and confusion on his face. He didn't understand why Nangong Long, who was also a noble, wanted to kill him. The guards who were still breathing on the ground were all killed by the other black shadows and were completely dead. After doing all this, the black shadow quickly returned to Nangong Long's shadow, as if it had never appeared, but the corpse in front of them kept reminding everyone present that everything that had just happened was real. Hiss! The guards gasped. Boss, are we still going to go on? A guard whispered. FK off, are you looking for death? Do you know what that is? Besides, didn't you hear the noble Cass calling the young duke just now? Can you afford to offend him? The team leader cursed. Cass often gets into trouble, so all the guards patrolling the area know him. Well, may I ask what happened, sir? The team leader stepped forward and asked with courage. I'm too lazy to explain. Everyone around here knows what happened. Go ask them. Remember to be nice. I come here often. Yes, sir. Go back and tell Oka that I killed him. I think he knows what to do. Yes, we will do it, the team leader promised timidly. I can't stay in this place anymore. A Grand Duke likes to come to the civilian area for no reason. Isn't this asking for my death? Chapter 4. On the road you are actually the Duke, and what was that black shadow just now? Leona asked. She still had a good impression of Nangong Long. After all, Nangong Long had just killed Cass and helped her out, so that she didn't have to be wanted. You lied to me, Sayla said angrily, not caring about that. Don't say it all at once, please say it one by one. Let me answer your question first. I didn't lie to you. I'm really not familiar with the imperial capital, Nangong Long said to Sai Lu. Even so, why don't you just find a servant to lead the way? Sayla said in disbelief. Noah, that's too much. I can't stand it anymore. The Grand Duke doesn't even have servants. Do you believe it? If you want to make up a story, find a suitable excuse, Leon interrupted. I believe it, I am one myself. If you don't believe it, just go to my house and you will know. Tell me, do you want to trick me and Zero into your house and do whatever you want to me? Leon said with a smirk. Nangong Long had called Saylo's name before, so Leon knew it. How did you know? Nangong Long pretended to be surprised. Leona was speechless. She never expected Nangong Long to say that. Shouldn't she deny it now? I won't tease you anymore, let's introduce each other. You can't keep calling me yours. I'll go first. Nangong Long, Duke of the Empire Leon, the poor man Saylo, now we know each other. Do you want to come to my house? Nangong Long suggested again. Go, Saylo replied. Saylo, aren't you afraid that he has bad intentions? Don't worry, I want to know whether he lied to me or not. Then I'll go too. This guy is a rich man. How can I let him go? You've led me astray. You haven't told me what that black shadow is. Is it an imperial weapon? Leon asked again. Come to my house, we'll talk later, okay, don't lie to me. This is my home, said Nangong Long standing in front of the gate. This is too much. Extravagant, corrupt, and depraved. You are such a person, Leon said to Nangong Long. I am a duke after all, so I still have to have a mansion. Come in, it's just me, you don't have to worry too much. Really? You're the only one in such a big mansion. Do you believe it now? Said Nangong Long, who was sitting on the sofa. But why didn't you just tell me you were the duke? Asked Saletu. If someone knocks on your door and tells you he is the duke, would you believe him? The most important thing is that I don't want my identity to become an obstacle for us to make friends. If I hadn't met Leon, I would have planned to tell you later, but unfortunately plans can't keep up with changes. Well, it's not a big mistake, forgive him, Saliu. Well, forget it this time, but don't lie to me again in the future. Good, well, let's talk about the shadow. I'm very curious. Salo was also very curious, but he was so angry that he didn't think about it. That's a shadow demon, it's almost like a dangerous species. Never heard of it. The world is big, it's normal that there are things you don't know. Can you call it out so I can take another look? Leon asked. Selu also nodded in agreement. Come out, it's so dark. I can't catch it. Leon said in surprise as he stretched out his hand towards the shadow demon. Don't attack, the shadow demon has no entity that's a really troublesome opponent. It's getting late, you can spend the night here, Nangong Long said after taking back the shadow demon. Okay, sister, I have never lived in such a big house in my life. What about you? Nangong Long looked at Sai Lu and asked. Well, I'll stay too. I'll take you to pick a house. You can pick any room on this floor, said Nangong Long, pointing to the houses on both sides of the corridor. Which room do you live in? That's it, Nangong Long said, pointing to the largest room in the middle. It's decided. I'll live in the room on your left. Welcome to my night raid, Leon puffed out her chest and said teasingly. I will definitely go, Nangong Long replied seriously. I want to stay in a room with Leon. Night raids are not allowed, Salo said angrily. Someone is jealous. No, okay, now that we've made our choice, let's go eat, Nangong Long interrupted them. Is there any food left? Who will cook it? I thought I would go hungry tonight, Leon asked. You can't. Not very good, but I can eat. How can you be so proud to say such a thing? Where's Selu? Nangong Long turned around and asked. Yeah, no problem. Long, how do you usually solve this problem? We'll go out to eat, but there's still food at home. Except for the lack of servants, everything else in the mansion was complete. As expected of a rich man. By the way, why don't you have a servant? That's why, Dragon. Well, I'm not used to that kind of atmosphere. Everyone is so cautious, Nangong Long said. You're such a weirdo. The next day, Leon, what are you going to do in the future? We are planning to kill as many people as possible, there are still many bad nobles. It really looks like your style. Where's Ciro? I still want to be a partner of justice, but I will figure it out before I take action. But I'm afraid of messing up. Can you help me, Dragon? With great pleasure. How about you two join my personal guard? Nangong Long suggested. Royal guards? Do you have them? Leon asked doubtfully. Yes, I have. I am going to kill the nobles, aren't you afraid of causing trouble for yourself? I don't care about you, Minister. What do you think? Okay, I'll join. And you, I'm weak, is it okay? Salo hesitated. Just practice slowly, no one can become strong overnight. Okay, I'll join. How many people are there in the Royal Guard, Long? Just the two of you. You are lying. Didn't you just say you had a personal guard? Leon said angrily. It's not a scam, I do have a personal guard, it's just that there's no one there. You are making excuses, hee. Looking at the two people arguing, Salo smiled. This kind of life is not bad. Forget it, sister is generous and won't bother with you from now on. I will eat your food, live in your house, spend your money, and turn you into a pauper, Leon said with a smile. How can you say you don't care? You obviously care a lot. Why do you feel sad? No, but according to what you said, you didn't join the royal guards, but my harem, Nangong Long teased. Hey, your true colors are exposed. Did you hear that, Selu? This pervert wants to take us into his harem. I. Selu, don't pay attention to her, she's just talking nonsense. You are such a heartless person, your sister is helping you pick up girls. Speak. Nangong Long stretched out his hand, signaling for silence. Sir, the person you are looking for has just set out from Longzi Mountain. Continue to monitor. Yes, sir. Did he just leave? That means Red Eye's first mission was completed not long ago. Then has Black Eye in the Imperial capital started his first mission? Send the remaining shadow demons to check in the suburbs of the Imperial capital. Chapter 5. Who were you talking to just now? Shadow Demon, I sent him out to search for intelligence before. Can Shadow Demon talk over long distance? What a convenient dangerous species, Salo said with emotion. That's right, it's a fowl. By the way, where did you find it? Leon asked. I summoned it. Summon? The power of the Imperial tool. No, it's magic. Magic, what is that? How should I put it? Just treat it as an Imperial tool with more than one ability. I don't really understand, Sai Lu said with a frown. Multiple abilities? How did you do that? Leon asked in surprise. There are many kinds of magic, you will learn about them later. At night I'm going out for a while. What's up, dragon? Recruit new members. There are only 2 people in the royal guards, which is too few. You still don't know enough, Leon said with resentment. Where are you going to seduce beautiful girls again? Take me with you. I'll go too, Salo said immediately. Abduction? Am I that kind of person? Nangong Long said with a wry smile. Yes, Leon said seriously. Salo nodded in agreement. You actually look at me like this, my heart is broken, Nangong Long said sadly. Stop playing tricks and tell me where you're going. You'll understand when you get there. You can go, but you have to listen to me. Well, you are the boss and you have the final say. No problem. After receiving an affirmative answer, Nangong Long then activated the White Dragon King's wings of light. Since he had never been to the suburbs of the imperial capital and it was out of sight, he could not use the portal. What is that? Leon asked, looking at the wings behind Nangong Long. Is it an imperial weapon? Salo guessed. This is the god-destroying tool. I'll tell you about it on the way. Nangong Long interrupted the 2 people who wanted to continue asking questions. Forbidden move. Oh, the armor is pretty cool, isn't it? Dragon. Ready to go. Nangong Long walked towards Sai Lu and the other person, holding them in his arms, one on the left and one on the right. What are you doing, Long? Sai Lu asked with a red face, but he did not intend to resist. You finally couldn't help yourself and took action against both of us. Leon said as he hugged me tighter. You don't even know how to put on armor when you attack me. Hold on tight, I'm about to fly, Nangong Long complained. Ah! It really flew. Suburbs of the imperial capital, you really have so many abilities. On the way here, Nangong Long gave a half-truthful explanation of the god-destroying tool, causing Leon and the others to exclaim in surprise. Long, is it okay for us to just stand here? It's okay. As long as we leave my magic range, people outside won't be able to see us or hear what we're saying. It still feels amazing. Here we come. Long, is that the person you are looking for? Need I ask? The moment I saw the beautiful girl, I knew it must be that, Leon replied. Nangong Long did not respond, but kept looking forward. Confirm again, our target is a foreign spy who has infiltrated a village near the imperial capital. Other teams will drive their people over here, and then we will kill them. There's no need to confirm, it's easy. I heard that the death rate for the first mission is very high, we must not die, just train like you normally would. We will survive. Here we come everyone, take your medicine. Hey, a fight has broken out, are you going to stop it? They are so strong, even though they look younger than me, Salo said sadly. Don't worry, you will become stronger than them, Leon comforted. Say something too, Leon said to Nangong Long. Leona and Zero didn't rush out because Nangong Long had told them before that they should just watch and not take any action. Right now, Nangong Long ignored it and said to himself. Time stops for a moment, except for Nangong Long, everyone's movements stopped at this moment, as if they were sculptures, motionless. Nangong Long ran towards Remus and hit her on the back of the head, preventing the magic from being lifted and causing her to yell. Then Nangong Long took out a puppet doll, transformed it into the appearance of Remus, and put it in the same place as before. Then, he carried Remus back to Siliu and the others. The prop puppet doll can change into the appearance of a person the user has seen. Although it looks like the real thing, it has no attack power and no self-awareness, making it a rather useless prop. How could Nangong Long have such a boring item? It makes me cry when I talk about it. During an official event lottery, the highest reward was an ultra-rare item, so Nangong Long spent money like crazy. Unfortunately, he was unlucky and finally succeeded in winning it after getting countless consolation prizes. The consolation prize was a puppet. Nangong Long once suspected that this was a malicious mockery of his bad luck by the authorities, but he kept it with the idea that it might be useful someday. Unexpectedly, it really came in handy. After doing all this, time starts flowing again. Remus, black-eyed, shouted as she saw her companion being chopped to the ground. Hey, you can't comfort me. Leon stopped talking halfway. She actually saw Nangong Long hugging a girl, but there was nothing there just now. Salo also widened his eyes, not understanding what was going on. Where did your sister come from? Time stops puppet. Nangong Long used the same method to replace another girl. Wumin Nadara yelled. Idiot, just standing there like an idiot, Do you want to be like her? Yin roared as he chopped down the enemy behind Nadara. Another one. Is this a magic trick? Leona was stunned. She was sure that she had been staring at Nangong Long and did not miss him at all, but this person just appeared out of nowhere. Leon, look over there, am I dazzled? Salo couldn't believe his eyes. Hiss, it shouldn't be, I saw it too, Leon gasped. They are clearly here, so who are those two lying on the ground? What is going on? Go back and tell me, portal, what is this? Use the transfer magic, go through it and you will reach my home. How many secrets do you have? Leon asked. Hey, if you want to know, just stay by my side and explore slowly. Even if you don't tell me, I would do the same. Sooner or later, I will strip you naked and there will be no secrets left, Leon said angrily. Welcome. Looking at the smiling Nangong Long, Leon got angry. Long, you have to explain it clearly when you get back, Salo interrupted, and it was obvious from his expression that he was unhappy. No problem, please collect and give flowers. Chapter 6. Go ahead. I'm not a criminal, why do you have to be so serious? Nangong Long said helplessly as he looked at the two people opposite him. Forget it, just tell me what you want to ask. What happened just now? Why did those two people suddenly appear? Leona asked. It's simple. I paused time, so it looks like teleportation to you. What? They both asked in surprise. Are you kidding? I'm telling the truth. I can't help it if you don't believe me. I believe it, Salo said calmly. Come to think of it, even if I haven't transformed into a beast, my perception is much higher than that of ordinary people. I didn't feel your actions at all, Leon analyzed. Can magic even do something like this? Asked Salo. Of course ordinary people can't do it, but I'm different. You keep blowing. How can you say that? Can I learn it? Salo interrupted the two of them. I don't know. I have never taught anyone else. Besides, it is difficult to learn. Most of my magic has many limitations and is not suitable for humans to learn. Is that so? Salo said disappointedly. She was thinking that if she could learn it, she would definitely become stronger. Hey, you talk like you're not a human being, Leon interrupted. In fact, she also wanted to learn it, but she just didn't say it. Me? Yes and no. What do you mean, are you a dangerous species? You'll know when you sleep with me, Nangong Long said with a wicked smile. You? What else do you want to ask? Nangong Long changed the subject. Everyone has their own secrets. When Nangong Long wants to tell them, he will naturally tell them, and they will not continue to hold on to it. Since you saved them, who is lying on the ground? That's a dummy I made using magic props. Nangong Long briefly explained the puppet. It's just such a useless prop. Useless? Use it to pretend to be dead and confuse the enemy. That's good enough. Don't be ungrateful, Leon said jealously. Nangong Long smiled and said nothing. Would a level 100 player give you time to play dead? Even if there was time, Nangong Long would have killed his opponent. The last question is, who are they? Imperial Assassination Force, Drug Team, Drug-Taking Team? Such a weird name. It wasn't surprising that the Empire had an assassination team. What she was surprised about was why the other party gave it such a name. The drug group is what I call it, and the enhanced group is their real name. Didn't you say they were very strong at that time? They are certainly talented, but to have such strength at this age, in addition to brutal training, they also used drugs to strengthen themselves, so there is no need for Celia to feel inferior. Well, it turns out you were listening to what Leona and I were talking about, Salo said with some emotion. Of course, how could I not care about you? Dragon. Okay, stop showing off your affection. Drug enhancement won't be that convenient. Haha, eating it will cause necrosis of your internal organs and shorten your life, Nangong Long said disdainfully. Hearing this, Salo gave up the idea of taking the medicine. Next, Nangong Long carefully explained the entire process of the Empire's establishment of an assassination force. The above is a dark corner of the Empire. It's really cruel. Saletta remained silent. This was very different from the Empire she had imagined. According to what you said, they are both about to die, Leon said, pointing at Wu Min and the other person. No problem, it's cured. Is it magic again? You look like you hate the Empire, and you're obviously a duke, Leon asked. If the imperial capital had not been destroyed, the country would have collapsed and would not have been able to function. I would have destroyed the Empire long ago, Nangong Long said coldly. The Empire is already corrupt, and there are very few people with conscience. Once he takes action, Nangong Long has no intention of keeping the corrupt nobles. And there will be many people with conscience who will oppose him. After all, there are many stubborn people who are loyal to the Empire. It's easy to destroy, but he can't run a country by himself, so he needs time. You sound very confident, but can you defeat a country by yourself? Leon attacked. Long, don't be impulsive. Salo looked at Nangong Long worriedly. She knew that Long was very powerful, but the thought of being hostile to a country seemed impossible. Don't worry, I'm not stupid. Nangong Long did not insist on explaining how strong he was. Seeing it with one's own eyes was more effective than any explanation. When the day came, they would naturally understand. Well, where is this? Am I not dead? Wu Min said to herself after waking up. Ah, is this hell? You're dead too, Wu Min, Remus said in confusion. Nangong Long thought about it and decided to use illusion to let them experience the original process of death. After all, it would be difficult to wake them up from the brainwashing without some stimulation. You are still alive, I saved you. Who are you? Wu Min subconsciously reached for her waist, but the knife was no longer there. Thank you, Remus said sincerely, with a completely opposite attitude. Remus, be careful, don't believe everything the other person says. But didn't the other party save us? Remus asked doubtfully. If the other party is really trying to save us, then what about our companions? That's right. It's over, I don't appreciate it, Leon teased. You don't know what's good for you. Do you want to kill them? Sai Lu said angrily. Although Sai Lu's ideas began to change, that ruthlessness was still there. Forget it, it's their fault for being trained at such a young age, it's human nature. To put it simply, you have already died once and are now mine. Impossible, we have to go find our companions, Wu Min retorted. You have no right to choose, and you are already dead in the eyes of your companions. You're talking nonsense. Think about it calmly, I won't restrict your freedom. Real. Certainly, let's go, Remus. Wu Min and Lame Usi walked past Nangong Long cautiously. Seeing that Nangong Long really didn't stop them, they left quickly. Is this okay? Salo asked. It doesn't matter, they can't leave this house, they will come back. I knew you weren't that kind, Leon said as if he had seen through you. Just wait. Look, this isn't coming. What have you done to us? Why do we always come back here no matter which direction we go? Wu Min said angrily. I just said I won't restrict you. You. Wu Min, stop it. Give me medicine. Wu Min, who was about to say something, fell to the ground and twitched. Remus followed suit and the same thing happened. What are they doing, acting? Leon asked. Not like that, Salo said. This is a withdrawal reaction. Once you stop taking the medicine, you will become like this. This is the price of becoming stronger quickly, Nangong Long said in a low voice. Please collect and give flowers. Chapter 7. Whoever drinks it, I will give medicine to the other person, Nangong Long said as he walked towards Wu Min and the other person, shaking the blood-red healing potion in his hand. The potion in Nangong Long's hand not only restores blood volume, but also has the effect of eliminating body damage. It is an extremely advanced full-effect recovery potion. If it was just simply restoring blood, it might not be able to cure them, so Nangong Long took out a more advanced healing potion. What is that? It doesn't look like a good thing, Leon muttered. Wu Min snatched it away and drank the potion that made her feel ominous. I drank it, give the medicine to Remus. Wu Min lay mosi cried. I lied to you and you believed it, Nangong Long said with a wicked smile. You. Wu Min roared fiercely. Feel your body carefully before deciding what to tell me, Nangong Long said seriously, as if changing his expression. Come on, little sister, drink it, it's delicious, Nangong Long said, turning his head. Let's not watch it, Salo. Remus looked at Wu Min, not knowing what to do. Wu Min saw Lamosi's pleading eyes, hesitated for a moment, and finally nodded. She felt the changes in her body. The heaviness that she had felt after stopping the medication disappeared, and she felt relaxed instead. What is this? I feel great, said Remus. As long as you have breath left, this medicine will restore you to normal. Ah, I want some too, sister. Not many, 10 or 8 will be fine, Leona said after she reacted. Here you go, where do you put it? And with me here, you won't have the chance to use it. If you don't want to give it to me, then don't give it to me. That's it. You still don't forget to tease your sister, Leon joked. Hey! Is it really okay to give such precious medicine to us? Wu Min asked. We are all family from now on, it doesn't matter. Who are you and your family? Stop talking to yourself, Wu Min complained in her heart. I know you are dissatisfied. Wait for 2 days and I will let you know the darkness of the Empire. You are the product of the Empire's corruption. Wu Min, what should we do? We can only stay here. The other party has no intention of letting us go. Good judgment, you are not suitable to be a killer at all, you confused boy, said Nangong Long while rubbing Remus's little head. Stop it, it's a mess. Formally meet Nangong Long, Duke of the Empire. You are actually the Duke. Wu Min said in disbelief. She was completely confused. She couldn't understand why the Duke would do this. You two should introduce yourself to each other. You will be companions from now on. Although Sai Lu didn't like the other party's attitude towards Nangong Long, she still said, Say Lo Leon dancing mind, I am Remus. In the next few days, Nangong Long sent Shadow Demon to collect intelligence everywhere and gave it to Wu Min and the others, but Wu Min still found it hard to believe it. Remus was quite shaken, probably because of her confused personality, the brainwashing was not thorough. So Nangong Long asked Leon to take Zero, Wu Min and the others for a walk to see the lives of the people with their own eyes, while the Shadow Demon followed in secret. Where did this come from? Leon, who had just returned, asked as he looked at the large amount of money placed in the living room. It was sent by Akame. Didn't he kill a noble some time ago? In order to please me, he confiscated the other party's property, Nangong Long said calmly. Sure enough, the Duke's treatment is different, Leon said with emotion. Just accept it, Salo said angrily. There's no need to get angry. I won't take it, and it won't return to the people. This is the current situation in the Empire. Don't worry, Salo, don't you know who he is? I know, I'm sorry, Salo said apologetically. It's okay, I'll take it to heart. See that? Nangong Long said, pointing to a glass jar. What a cute dog, why is it placed here? Salo said as he walked to the glass jar. Woof woof, be careful. Nangong Long pulled Salo over to prevent the 100-armed giant from hurting her. Who knows if it will be as obedient as before. It seems that you are very adaptable. Nangong Long said happily when he saw that the 100-armed giant did not go crazy, but ran to stand beside Salo honestly. What is this? Salo asked as he picked up the 100-armed giant. Biological Imperial Tool, 100-armed Titan. You've always wanted to become stronger, so I used my power to get it from the Empire. Sure enough, it's just as I thought. You're very suitable for this Imperial Tool. Long, thank you, Salo said with emotion. Sister is jealous, Leon said as she hugged Nangong Long. Fortunately, I am immortal and don't need to breathe, otherwise I would suffocate to death, Nangong Long thought. I know, I know. I'll make it up to you next time, Nangong Long said, pretending to struggle. Leon, let him go. Salo looked at Nangong Long worriedly. I'll let you go this time for the sake of your lover. I'm not, Salo said shyly. If you don't want it, then I'll take it without hesitation, Leon said with a smile. No. Salo yelled. You still say no? Leon teased. I. Seeing that the two were going to make trouble for a while, Nangong Long walked towards Wu Min and Lei Musi. How are you thinking about it? I agree with your proposal, Wu Min replied. Then I agree too. Welcome to join my personal guard, you will be one of us from now on, Nangong Long said with a smile. How are you feeling lately? Everything is back to normal. Thank you, Your Excellency the Duke, for your concern. Thank you Duke for your concern. Don't call me Duke, it's too formal. Just call me by my name like they do. No, how can you call him by his name? Wu Min said firmly. Forget it, do whatever you want. Seeing Wu Min's insistence, Nangong Long did not force her. Where's Remus? I just want to be like Wu Min. You've become a little follower. Nangong Long once again stretched out his claws towards Remus' little head. It's a mess, stop rubbing it. Although she said this, she actually had no intention of avoiding it. Maybe she also liked this feeling. Please collect and give flowers. Chapter 8. 3 months later, you are doing a very important job, so eat more to replenish your energy, said Goziki. It's so delicious, I really want to bring some to the captain and the others. I'll send some back later. No, I will definitely eat it all on the way. Chi Tong and the others have already reached the Beilang River, so it's time for me to set off too, Nangong Long thought. These 3 months were very peaceful. Nangong Long did not cause trouble, but instead passed on the warrior skills he learned from Sebastian and Cositus to Leon and the others. At the same time, Nangong Long went to the Royal Fist Temple again and wrote down the training methods in the temple. After coming back, he practiced with them and learned from the parts that were useful to him. Not only training, Nangong Long also picked out some props suitable for them and gave them to them, which touched the girls again. Of course, Leona was an exception. He accepted them without hesitation and said that we were all his people, so there was no need to be polite. This made Salo and Wumin very shy. As for the confused Remus, she didn't understand what Leona meant at all. Instead, she said cutely, "Yes, we are the Duke's people." Nangong Long also asked Shadow Demon to collect information about Hill, but did not find Hill. Presumably, she had joined the Revolutionary Army by then. "I'm going out to do some work and will be back in a few days." "Where are you going, Dragon? White Wolf River, are you looking for someone?" He must be looking for the beautiful girl again," Leon confirmed. "Can we go?" asked Saletu. Wumin and Lame Usi also looked at Nangong Long expectantly. "Well, it's too far. Let me go first, and then I'll use the portal to pick you up when I get there," Nangong Long said after thinking for a while. "Okay, I'll listen to you," Salo said with a smile. "Then I'll leave first." Forbidden move. Portal. No matter how many times I see it, I feel that this ability is too abnormal, Leon said. "But it's really convenient," Wumin said. "Yeah," little confused followed. "What should we do next?" asked Salo. "Just relax, don't be so nervous. By the way, don't take off Remus and Wumin's disguise rings." "Don't worry, we know what to do, sir. Don't call me Duke. If you really can't change it, just call me young master," Nangong Long covered Wumin's mouth and said in her ear. Wumin nodded with a red face. "You too, you know," Nangong Long said to Remus. Go to the hotel first." "Inside a room in a hotel," confirmed, she gave the lunch box to Four Eyes and the others. "Did you hear that, Tycho? You go deal with the people in the hotel, and I'll deal with those guys on the mountain." "Yes, they are very strong, be careful," Chelsea warned. "Don't worry, there's no one stronger than Tycho at the same age. Flower Wind, kill anyone who comes near in that case." After saying that, Cornelia lifted up a huge wall and threw it at Tycho. Ridge crossing. Tycho split the boulder in half with one knife, but she didn't expect Cornelia to hide behind the boulder. When she noticed it, it was too late to avoid this powerful blow and she could only choose to take it. "You are within my attack range, Smash King." His muscles have already hardened, and he's been injured so badly, it seems like he won't be able to take the same blow no matter what, Tycho thought. He took the blow from the Crushing King and was still able to fight. "I guess I have to be careful," Cornelia thought. "It's almost done," muttered Nangong Long, who had been doing nothing for a long time. "Time stops puppet. Perfectly done. I thought we would become friends, but I didn't expect it to turn out like this. If there is an afterlife, I hope we can still have a chance to be friends," said Tycho, looking at Cornelia's body. The reason why Nangong Long never shows up and hides behind every time he saves people is mainly because he wants to gain favorability. After all, how can he gain favorability if nothing happens? "Well, I still have to save Mayoko later." Hehe, what kind of expression will Mayoko have when she sees the person she killed standing in front of her again? Nangong Long muttered. Afterwards, Nangong Long used the same method to replace Miyozi. Mission accomplished. After using the portal to send the two back to the Duke's mansion, Nangong Long returned to the hotel and found Leon and others. "Let's go back." "Is it done, Dragon?" "About that. I'll take you back first and keep an eye on those two people." "Good Portal Long, what else are you going to do?" Salo asked as he looked at Nangong Long, who walked into the portal again. "There is still a small matter, let's deal with it. Be safe." Look, two more beauties," Leona complained. We just need to do our own thing, aren't you jealous? Seeing it with my own eyes, it really feels perverted, Nangong Long exclaimed as he watched the way Gaza eyes fought from the sky. After walking out of the portal, Nangong Long immediately stopped using his hands and flew towards the mountains, while at the same time casting a concealment magic to make himself undetectable by others. How can I die here? Be careful, get out of the way. Boom, who are you? Looking at the man in white armor appearing in front of him, Gozaizi asked vigilantly. He didn't sense any breath just now. It turned out that at the moment of the explosion, Nangong Long kicked Barbara away, saving Gozaki and the others from injury. It doesn't matter who I am, just try your best to live. After saying that, Nangong Long rushed directly towards Goziki and punched him in the abdomen. Gozakai didn't have time to react at all and was knocked away. The opponent's movements were too fast. Ahem, father! Nahashu and the other two shouted. Don't come over, I'm fine, you are no match for him, said Gozaki. You are really strong. To be honest, I really hate opponents like you. There is no place to cut with your full body armor, said Gotzi with a wry smile after standing up again. Without wearing armor, the result will still not change, Nangong Long said lightly. Murasame has no effect on Nangong Long. Not to mention whether it can break his defense, even if Nangong Long is really injured, the curse will be useless. Nangong Long's curse resistance is at the maximum value, and because he is an undead, Nangong Long has no heartbeat. More talk is useless. Nangong Long attacked again, and because he slowed down his speed, Goziki was able to fight him back and forth. The reason why Nangong Long wanted to fight with Goziki was, on the one hand, he wanted to beat him, and on the other hand, he wanted to personally see his abnormal body control ability. Enough of fun, bye, Nangong Long waved his hand, then rushed straight into the sky and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Father, why don't you let us take action, asked Guy, who helped Gozaizi up. Yeah, maybe we can win if we work together. Haha, how is it possible to win? The opponent didn't use his full strength, even in the first attack, Gotzi said with a wry smile. What? Nahaxiu and the other two were shocked. Their father was already very strong, so wouldn't the other party be? If the other party had not intended to kill us, we would all have to die here today. Father, is the other party really that strong? It's hard to imagine how strong it is. The person just now should be equipped with an imperial tool, or an extremely powerful one. Unfortunately, I know nothing about the opponent's imperial tool. Let's go meet them. They are still waiting. I hope nothing happens. After a pause, Goziki continued. Yes, father. Seeking collection, seeking flowers, flowers, flowers. Chapter 9. Time to go, Guy. There are not enough flowers. I will go pick some more. That's enough, Guy, we've stayed too long, Gotzi shouted. It was Oberg's men who killed her, I want them all dead, Guy yelled. Tell me, who are they, and is that armored man in the same group with them? Guy. An assassination group named after the mythical god of death, Oberg. It is said that in history. As for the armored man, he should have nothing to do with them. After all, he kicked the old woman away with one kick. And according to my father, the other party had the ability to destroy us all, but he suddenly left. It's strange no matter how you think about it, Nahaxiu analyzed. Didn't the other party say in the end that he had enough fun? Maybe it's just as he said, Green guessed. Let's go. The most urgent thing is to adjust your mentality, Goziki said with a sigh. Where is this? Am I not dead? Hearing these familiar lines, Wu Min inexplicably wanted to laugh. Wasn't she the same as her at the beginning? Welcome to my home, Cornelia. Who are you and why do you know me? Cole asked warily. Where is this? Muttered Mio, who had just woken up. Mioza Cole was shocked and wanted to take action immediately, but found that he could not use any strength. What did you do to me? Cole looked at Nangong Long and yelled. Cole, did we meet again after death? Nangong Long clapped his hands to attract Mioza's attention and said, You are not dead, I saved you. Impossible, I clearly remember giving Cole the final blow myself, Tycho retorted. Then how do you explain the current situation? Nangong Long said with a smile. I died too, so I met Cole again. What about me and them? Nangong Long pointed at himself and then at the four people, Selu, on both sides. This. Mioza was speechless for a moment. What you think is impossible may not be impossible for me. Who are you? Cole asked after calming down. The situation was unclear at the moment, so he should try to get as much information as possible from the other party. Nangong Long is also your future boss. Do you know who I am and how dare you say that? Cole asked. Of course, not only you, but also Tycho, I know everything clearly. You, a member of the elite team of the Imperial Assassination Force, ranked 3rd, Nangong Long said slowly as he looked at Cole. Tycho, a genius assassin from Oberg, was raised and trained by Barbara since she was young. After facing Akame, she realized that she was not the most talented one. You even know this, said Mio in surprise after realizing the current situation. I know more than you think. How's Akadu? Cole asked. It was not difficult to guess from Nangong Long's words that Tycho and Akadu had already fought. Although it was some speculation, he still needed to confirm it before he could feel at ease. She should be fine, I'm the loser, Mio said first. Really? Akaji is really strong, Cole said with a smile. This was the best news he had heard so far. How is my master Barbara, and Chelsea? Chelsea is fine, your master blew himself up and died. How could someone force an old woman to this point? Tycho said in disbelief. The former 4 demons of the Royal Fist Temple, Goziki father is indeed the strongest, Cole said happily. Even if it's the 4 Rakshasa ghosts, if this old woman can't defeat them, she can just retreat. She can't do it. The imperial weapon Murasame can kill with one strike. Anyone who is hit by it, no matter how big the wound is, will be cursed to death. Is that why he blew himself up? My father's imperial weapon is so powerful. Why did you arrest us? Asked Miyozi. You have already died once, so live the rest of your life for me. This way you will be companions. Isn't this what you want? At this point, it's useless for us to refuse, Cole said. Yes. If we don't agree, we will remain powerless and may even be killed, said Tycho. Who knows? I'll leave Wumin to you. Help Cole straighten him out. As for Mio, let her think about it herself. Yes. Arrived Nangong Long carried Leon and the others on his back and came to Pudola alone. Although he asked the shadow demon to tell them, they would still be angry. Since the location has been determined, let's just break through it. It's too troublesome to go through it layer by layer, Nangong Long said to himself. Partner, start destroying. No problem. Forbidden move. What happened to them? We haven't done anything yet. I'm afraid it's a withdrawal reaction. Would you like to feed it some herbs? I caught it with great difficulty, it would be a shame if it died. Boom boom boom. What's that noise, Jamo? It seems to be coming from above. Getting closer. Boom. Ahem, what is that? Be careful, there's someone there. Looking at the unknown person appearing before them, the 2 of them said with caution. Just the right time. Watch out, take this uncle's hit. Looking at the octopus tentacles reaching out, Nangong Long directly used his ultimate move. Heart mastery. Sorry, you're so disgusting, so your role ends here. Before he could finish his words, Giamo lost his breath and fell to the ground. Giamo, escape, you must escape, otherwise you will die. The surviving girl immediately turned around and ran away. Dimensional movement. Nangong Long instantly appeared in front of the girl, grabbed her neck and lifted her up. Memory operation. After getting the information he wanted, Nangong Long squeezed the opponent's neck hard and broke it without mercy. You and I have no hatred against each other, but we have different positions. Who made you become enemies of the person I like? Nangong Long thought. So strong, he solved it in just a few moves. Yin was stunned. Hei Tong nodded, and then asked, are you reinforcements? Reinforcements? It seems they think I'm their companion. Let me tease them. Hehe, I'm not a reinforcement. Now that there are no people in the way, let's do something unspeakable, how about it? Nangong Long raised his silver chin and grinned. Although no one could see Nangong Long's expression under his armor, everyone present knew that the other party obviously had bad intentions. What do you want to do? Yin asked, panicked. Don't you know what I want to do? As an assassin, you should have realized it long ago. If I hadn't killed this piece of trash, he might be the one standing here now, said Nangong Long, pointing at the octopus uncle on the ground. I think you should thank me for this alone, Nangong Long said with a smile. Who should thank you? You're still doing the same thing. Yin turned his head away. But I'm more handsome than him. You. If you give me medicine, I can definitely make you more comfortable, the man with black eyes said seductively. I know exactly what you're thinking. Even if you take 10 times more drugs, you still have no chance of winning. Besides, if you want to seduce me, wait another 2 years. It's still her now. Oh, you're about to cry, I haven't done anything yet. No more playing, no more playing. Nangong Long broke Yin's handcuffs and let her go. You. Yin was a little confused. Just a joke, but if it were someone else, you would be really finished, said Nangong Long. Nangong Long then put the other 2 people down one by one. So you are a friendly force, Nadara said. How could there be such reinforcements? Hei Tong complained. I'll remember you, Yin said viciously. Today's update. Chapter 9. Time to go, Guy. There are not enough flowers. I will go pick some more. That's enough, Guy, we've stayed too long, Gotzi shouted. It was Oberg's men who killed her, I want them all dead, Guy yelled. Tell me, who are they, and is that armored man in the same group with them? Guy. An assassination group named after the mythical god of death, Oberg. It is said that in history. As for the armored man, he should have nothing to do with them. After all, he kicked the old woman away with one kick. And according to my father, the other party had the ability to destroy us all, but he suddenly left. It's strange no matter how you think about it, Na Haxiu analyzed. Didn't the other party say in the end that he had enough fun? Maybe it's just as he said, Green guessed. Let's go. The most urgent thing is to adjust your mentality, Goziki said with a sigh. Where is this? Am I not dead? Hearing these familiar lines, Wu Min inexplicably wanted to laugh. Wasn't she the same as her at the beginning? Welcome to my home, Cornelia. Who are you and why do you know me? Cole asked warily. Where is this? Muttered Mio, who had just woken up. Mioza Cole was shocked and wanted to take action immediately, but found that he could not use any strength. What did you do to me? Cole looked at Nangong Long and yelled. Cole, did we meet again after death? Nangong Long clapped his hands to attract Mioza's attention and said, You are not dead, I saved you. Impossible, I clearly remember giving Cole the final blow myself, Tycho retorted. Then how do you explain the current situation? Nangong Long said with a smile. I died too, so I met Cole again. What about me and them? Nangong Long pointed at himself and then at the 4 people, Selu, on both sides. This. Mioza was speechless for a moment. What you think is impossible may not be impossible for me. Who are you? Cole asked after calming down. The situation was unclear at the moment, so he should try to get as much information as possible from the other party. Nangong Long is also your future boss. Do you know who I am and how dare you say that? Cole asked. Of course, not only you, but also Tycho, I know everything clearly. You, a member of the elite team of the Imperial Assassination Force, ranked 3rd, Nangong Long said slowly as he looked at Cole. Tycho, a genius assassin from Oberg, was raised and trained by Barbara since she was young. After facing Akame, she realized that she was not the most talented one. You even know this, said Mio in surprise after realizing the current situation. I know more than you think. How's Akadu? Cole asked. It was not difficult to guess from Nangong Long's words that Tycho and Akadu had already fought. Although it was some speculation, he still needed to confirm it before he could feel at ease. She should be fine, I'm the loser, Mio said first. Really? Akaji is really strong, Cole said with a smile. This was the best news he had heard so far. How is my master Barbara, and Chelsea? Chelsea is fine, your master blew himself up and died. How could someone force an old woman to this point? Tycho said in disbelief. The former 4 demons of the Royal Fist Temple, Goziki father is indeed the strongest, Cole said happily. Even if it's the 4 Rakshasa ghosts, if this old woman can't defeat them, she can just retreat. She can't do it. The imperial weapon Murasame can kill with one strike. Anyone who is hit by it, no matter how big the wound is, will be cursed to death. Is that why he blew himself up? My father's imperial weapon is so powerful. Why did you arrest us? Asked Miyozi. You have already died once, so live the rest of your life for me. This way you will be companions. Isn't this what you want? At this point, it's useless for us to refuse, Cole said. Yes. If we don't agree, we will remain powerless and may even be killed, said Tycho. Who knows? I'll leave Wumin to you. Help Cole straighten him out. As for Mio, let her think about it herself. Yes. Arrived Nangong Long carried Leon and the others on his back and came to Pudola alone. Although he asked the shadow demon to tell them, they would still be angry. Since the location has been determined, let's just break through it. It's too troublesome to go through it layer by layer, Nangong Long said to himself. Partner, start destroying. No problem. Forbidden move. What happened to them? We haven't done anything yet. I'm afraid it's a withdrawal reaction. Would you like to feed it some herbs? I caught it with great difficulty, it would be a shame if it died. Boom boom boom. What's that noise, Jamo? It seems to be coming from above. Getting closer. Boom. Ahem, what is that? Be careful, there's someone there. Looking at the unknown person appearing before them, the two of them said with caution. Just the right time. Watch out, take this uncle's hit. Looking at the octopus tentacles reaching out, Nangong Long directly used his ultimate move. Heart mastery. Sorry, you're so disgusting, so your role ends here. Before he could finish his words, Gmo lost his breath and fell to the ground. Gmo, escape, you must escape, otherwise you will die. The surviving girl immediately turned around and ran away. Dimensional movement. Nangong Long instantly appeared in front of the girl, grabbed her neck and lifted her up. Memory operation. After getting the information he wanted, Nangong Long squeezed the opponent's neck hard and broke it without mercy. You and I have no hatred against each other, but we have different positions. Who made you become enemies of the person I like? Nangong Long thought. So strong, he solved it in just a few moves. Yin was stunned. Hei Tong nodded, and then asked, are you reinforcements? Reinforcements? It seems they think I'm their companion. Let me tease them. Hehe, I'm not a reinforcement. Now that there are no people in the way, let's do something unspeakable, how about it? Nangong Long raised his silver chin and grinned. Although no one could see Nangong Long's expression under his armor, everyone present knew that the other party obviously had bad intentions. What do you want to do? Yin asked, panicked. Don't you know what I want to do? As an assassin, you should have realized it long ago. If I hadn't killed this piece of trash, he might be the one standing here now, said Nangong Long, pointing at the octopus uncle on the ground. I think you should thank me for this alone, Nangong Long said with a smile. Who should thank you? You're still doing the same thing. Yin turned his head away. But I'm more handsome than him. You. If you give me medicine, I can definitely make you more comfortable, the man with black eyes said seductively. I know exactly what you're thinking. Even if you take 10 times more drugs, you still have no chance of winning. Besides, if you want to seduce me, wait another 2 years. It's still her now. Oh, you're about to cry, I haven't done anything yet. No more playing, no more playing. Nangong Long broke Yin's handcuffs and let her go. You. Yin was a little confused. Just a joke, but if it were someone else, you would be really finished, said Nangong Long. Nangong Long then put the other 2 people down one by one. So you are a friendly force, Nadara said. How could there be such reinforcements? Hei Tong complained. I'll remember you, Yin said viciously. Today's update. Chapter 11. Red eyes get out of the way. Dimensional movement. Although Akata didn't see who shouted, she still instinctively took a step back. Nangong Long kicked the long man with a whip kick, and then he landed next to Kai Tong. It's you, Chi Tong said vigilantly after seeing who was coming. It seems that Goziki told you about me, that's good. Reinforcements, the captain said as he stood up from the rubble. To make a long story short, I just saved your sister. I am now the number 0 assassin in the elite group. You have to cooperate with me to finish this scene, Nangong Long said quickly. What is your purpose? What do you want to do to Hei Tong? Chi Tong said sternly. She loved her sister the most and would never allow anyone to hurt her. If her father hadn't told her not to fight if she could, she would have probably hacked someone long ago. Hei Tong is so cute, how could I do anything? Nangong Long said with his hands spread out. I admit you're right, Black Eyes is very cute, but you're not allowed to pay attention to her. It seems that he is not reinforcement. Do you want to stand on my side? You can choose the captured hostages at your will, the leader said. He had fully realized the opponent's strength after the previous attack. If it were not for his strong recovery ability, he would probably have fallen to the ground now. How do you think I can do it, Kai Tong? Nangong Long said with a wicked smile. I agree to your conditions, is that okay? Akame said viciously. If the other party really stood on the opposite side, then there would be no chance of winning. You heard it, old man, I think it's better to stand on the side of the lovely Akame rather than you, Nangong Long said with a shrug. I'm cute, he was saying I was cute, but now we are fighting, and Akame quickly threw the strange thoughts out of her mind. You are looking for death again. Although he said so, the pressure from Nangong Long was really great, so he could only find an opportunity to release the curse. Be careful, the enemy has the ability to rebound damage, Akame warned. The commander had expected the secret weapon to be leaked, but he was not too worried. What if he knew it? He couldn't crack it and he still couldn't kill me. Even if we competed with each other in physical strength, I would be the winner in the end. Are you concerned about me? You hold him back, and I'll be responsible for killing him one by one with my sword, Chi Tong said instead of responding. I can't bear to let you exchange one knife for another. It's already this time, stop joking, or you'll die, Akame said angrily. Believe me, it's okay. You don't want Hei Tong to see you covered in bruises, right? Although she was not clear about the other party's purpose, her intuition told her that the other party had no ill will towards her, so she reminded him, don't be stubborn, now is the best time to take action, so the leader acted decisively. Nangong Long didn't even look at him, he just threw a punch and knocked the leader away again. Old man, it's not a good habit to disturb other people's emotional communication, Nangong Long said calmly. Ahem, why are you okay? The curse has already been activated. The chief opened his eyes wide, looking incredulous. Why should I tell you? You're not naive enough to think that I will explain it to you, Nangong Long laughed. The chief was not angry at Nangong Long's words. He just asked with the mentality of giving it a try. It must be the ability of your armor, the chief guessed. Who knows? Elder sister Black Pupil, are you okay? The two sisters said in unison. Then they shook their heads at the same time, showing complete understanding. Sister, let's deal with him together. Just leave it to him, Chi Tong shook her head. Why? Silver asked. The opponent's ability is to rebound damage, we can't do anything about it then, is Long okay? Hei Tong and Yin asked worriedly at the same time. He has a way to control it, Akame replied. If you don't do it, I'm going to end this fight. Stop bragging, he shouted. Dimensional movement, it was so fast that I couldn't see clearly. My father was right, he is really strong, Akame thought. Nangong Long moved behind the leader and knocked him to the ground. Imperial Fist, 100 splitting fist. Nangong Long did not stop until all the bones in Chang's body were broken. Memory operation. Sure enough, the boss is the boss. The way he uses the secret techniques in his mind is completely on a different level from his subordinates. Then he grew his entire body and rolled it into a ball. Even if you have the ability to regenerate quickly, you won't be able to recover quickly from this situation. Because his memory was searched and he was temporarily in a state of confusion, he was unable to answer. Why not kill him? Yin asked. If we kill him, this tomb will collapse. I can take you out, but what about the other companions? Nangong Long explained. How do you know such a secret thing? Asked Akame. I asked the prisoners I captured before, Nangong Long lied without blushing or breathing hard. Is it possible that the other party is deceiving you? Hei Tong asked. For things like this, it's better to believe it than not. I don't want my other cute teammate to die. You never changed your bad habits, Yin said. Why are you jealous? Nangong Long teased. Who would be jealous of you? You're just wishful thinking, Yin said, turning his head away. Should we go find someone else? Nadara asked. Good. You damn invaders. Hey, you're awake. You have a really strong recovery ability, Nangong Long exclaimed. You are the evil ones, Yin said. We are fighting for the happiness of the people, Hei Tong added. Nonsense, it's obviously you who invaded without permission. If we are the evil party, then what are you? He roared. You stole the Empire's money, we are just taking back what belongs to the Empire, Hei Tong retorted. Yes, Yin agreed. Akame was lost in thought and didn't speak. So that's how it is. Is this how you were educated? The chief said in a low voice. Then why are you here? Chang looked at Nangong Long and asked. Me? Of course I came for the girl. The Empire has nothing to do with me. Don't worry, I will destroy the Empire sooner or later. You can go on your journey with peace of mind, Nangong Long said quietly. Ha ha ha, is that so? What did you say to him? Asked Akame. Nothing. Then why is he laughing? I'm going crazy. What happened? The whole ground is shaking, said Nadara. What's going on? Nangong Long asked. I know that the remaining grave keepers are no match for you. In that case, I must take a few of them with me. Even if you escape, they are doomed. If you want to hate someone, hate the Empire, the leader said crazily. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you are notified of future uploads. You can find the next parts in the playlist visible on the screen or on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.